What is up, amigos? It's going D-pad. Carl, yeah, you can jump on in. Anyone can jump on in, man. Anybody jump on into the StreamYard, and I'll put you on. You're talking Amico, I guess, as usual, right? Intellivision Amico. Obsessed, openly obsessed with it. But, it's not as dramatic anymore. It's coming to a close, they say. But one thing I was thinking about was I watched DVD Fever today. DVD Fever Games, a guy over there in the UK. I didn't really know about him before this whole Amico thing, but see, he was talking about, and I hope he doesn't mind because, he was opening up, but he was talking about a hard time he went through where he got scammed out of an inheritance. Carl's coming on my stream. Hey, Carl.
Peachon is in the house, bitches.
Hey, bitch. Do you by chance watch DVD Fever Games? Oh,
No, I don't. But it just so happens I have. If anyone's ever seen Ron One Half, I have a Ryoga sense of direction.
Oh, okay.
I'm not kidding. I get lost so easy. I get lost so easily.
Do you use that spell in Skyrim that points you to the next objective?
How'd you guess?
Isn't that your most used spell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would probably say it's probably that and candlelight.
Yeah, I was just saying the light bulb thing. Yeah, me too.
Candlelight, love candlelight. Mage light, it's good for making candlelight that much brighter.
Right. Let me just check my settings, make sure I don't have I have all the kind of audio cancellations on to talk to you. Okay, cool. So it was kind of a sad thing because DVD Fever was talking about a few years before this. I don't know how many years exactly, but before this, he got scammed by this other dude. It was a completely unrelated thing. But he was talking about how upsetting it was to get scammed out of, his money. It was when he was in a sad time in his life. His grandpa died, and he almost thought about jumping in front of a train. He was so upset, and it's just that's what I want people like Saggy Melons and these other people to realize, is that there's people out there that they're going to lose a lot of money and they're going to be upset beyond belief, and that's investor people.
Too much to Saggy's credit, she's more in it for the fellowship, so she's not in it because of the business or whatever. But I will say this. She would make the perfect PR rep for Intellivision.
Yeah, well, it's just this whole thing of these people and her.
Oh, and, I agree.
It's just a video game.
Yeah,
it's just a video game system. It's not really a scam. We can get our $100 back. It's no big deal.
You can get your $100 back if you pre-order from GameStop.
Yeah, but you can't get your $10,000 back or your $50,000 back. Or
the problem with investing is it's gambling basically.
Right. And I'm sick of people saying, the difference to me is I'm sick of people saying that, oh, you have to make your own decisions when you invest. Of course you do. You have to make your own decisions. But there isn't people when you're walking in front of a red light going, oh no, it's safe, run in front of that red light, go ahead. Or there aren't people standing in front of the casino. There's advertisements, but it's limited. There aren't people going, it's a good investment. You should spend all your money at this casino, Carl. This is a good idea. And that's what Neil Patel allegedly has done. And Tommy teamed up with these people to mislead them,
Yeah.
So
it's like saying, what's a really good investment? Bus fires.
Yeah. It's bonkers. It's just, can you imagine somebody encouraging you to do something really foolish and then, oh, that's your job. You're supposed to investigate yourself. Well, that's why we're trying to help them investigate it. That's why we're trying to put this stuff out there so that people see,
it's and my problem is, well, beyond my personal problems, that is.
Sure.
It's they say these stupid things.
Right.
Using COVID as an excuse.
Right.
It's what is wrong with you people?
Ugh.
Don't you people
They act like you know what? They act like fucking Argonians is what it is, man.
Oh, I mean, they're a lot. They're a lot like the Stormcloaks.
They're exactly like the Stormcloaks.
They're like even though I like the Stormcloaks, but like the Stormcloaks were so narrow-minded, and if you see what happens after if they win the Civil War, they destroy shit.
Right.
That's all they really do, and they they don't go to businesses that are owned by non-Nords.
Right. Skyrim for the Nords.
They're just grossly irresponsible. Now
you're looking like a Nordic Skyrim character now that I've seen you with your facial hair grown out. I think it's good.
I try to find a proper matching beard stuff, but they don't have one.
It looks good. You look like you
thanks.
could roleplay Skyrim, or you could.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the compliment. I mean, it's I mean now to support the Stormcloaks argument, the dark elf saying it's not our fight. Yes, it is your fight. Especially if you believe in the tribunal, and what if the high elves have that? The Thalmor have that banned.
Exactly, man.
It's. I mean, there's quite a few parallels between real life and Skyrim, and that's quite one of the reasons I do like the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's so much. Yeah, there's so much sort of racial and tribalism and gang and.
Yeah, it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
And as I told Gary once, if you look at on the Switch version.
Yeah, that's the first time.
Everything is loaded into the cartridge, say for about a few hundred megabytes. That's it.
Yeah, so that's the first and only version I've played. So I played Oblivion on like somebody's Xbox a long time ago, and I just didn't click. I couldn't get into it, and the thing is, it's just because the thing about it is I'm just a handheld gamer. Like first and foremost, I love.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game, and rocking the Zelda gear.
Oh yeah, I got that. On my guy. Yeah,
I have the Bosmer chick rocking the champion's tunic and the master sword and the shield.
Yeah, I know it's gimmicky, but I like the little motion controls on the Switch version. I like
I know some people don't like the lock picking and stuff, but I love it. I love the option of lock picking with the Joy-Cons. It's really fun.
Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, I dig it. You can the little is that the extra rumble? What's it called? The HD rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool game, man. I mean, it's I guess it's maybe not for everyone, but I feel like it should be for everyone, right?
It's a pretty relaxing experience, and you can I mean, here's the truth. Did you know that in Oblivion, you're encouraged to not add skills to your class that you're going to use the most?
Right.
That is such a bass-awkward idea I've ever heard. Oh my word! It's like what the hell? Someone just explained to me like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I like it's I guess you have to be into medieval stuff and sort of that lore and that sort of Tolkien-esque sort of universes on the sort of Western fantasy medieval stuff to dig it. And I guess Viking is a little bit in there too. But man, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. My favorite book in Skyrim is, and people probably don't know this.
Yeah.
It's a lusty argonian maid.
Yeah, I know. I read that one, yeah. That's funny.
And I know there are 2 parts to it in Skyrim.
Yeah,
I'm gonna find them someday in my present game on the Switch.
I mean, it helps it because if you haven't played the game, part of the theme is that they're like racist towards these other species, and that's something that goes into racism. I mean, so we see this sort of pornography
Yeah.
with like racially.
Like for people who don't know, the Argonians are the product of these sentient trees called the Hist.
Right, and they're like
And the Dark Elves were kind of who they came to be now as a direct result of the demonic. Would you say omnipotent? The Daedra?
yeah, they're like the gods.
They're like infernal beings, almost comparable to gods.
Yeah.
Well, they're kind of in that pantheon, I guess. Sort of as
demigod kind of thing.
Sort of. And they were the product, and it was because of the intervention of Azura, Boethia, and Mephala. Yeah, it gets very complicated.
And I still never beat
yeah.
I got hung up. I'm hung up right now where you meet the vampire girl. And
oh yeah, I know you're doing the Dawnguard.
Yeah, I got her following me around, and I've got vampire powers, and I've got the crossbow you get out of it, and I just haven't finished the thing. She's still following me around, and I think we're stuck somewhere on the other side of the world, or the other, the dark world of vampires.
It's kind of interesting. Personally speaking, I like choosing the vampire lord form.
Yeah. It
makes it so worth it that you get all that power.
It's very bizarre, yeah. It's just very interesting when you get it.
Especially after you beat it, and you get the Oriel's bow and the blood-cursed arrows that can blacken the sun.
Okay, I haven't gotten to that. So
man.
The sun? You shoot the actual sun?
You shoot these arrows into the actual sun, and they black it out.
Oh wow! Yeah, see, game is crazy, man. And I mean, that's why I love Switch, because they just put this shit out on handheld, and I mean, Switch.
It's a very good game to be on the Switch.
The Witcher. I didn't play it.
I tried to get into The Witcher. It's I guess I'm actually trying to buy all the AAA RPGs that I'm aware of. So I'll probably end up buying it anyway eventually. And it's also supposed to be on one cartridge, so.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust him, but my brother and a couple other people are like, "Oh yeah, like if you like Skyrim, The Witcher is like so much better."
No. For one, you cannot create your own character.
Okay, yeah, that was You can't be Argonian.
I watched
the TV show Witcher, and I was like, whatever, I don't
know. I kind of pegged you for the Khajiit, to be honest. They're always high.
Oh yeah. They're weird though.
They're like that. They're now. Now let me describe.
Addicts, right? The skooma addicts.
Now I don't understand how the Khajiit can survive. They live in a desert. They have fur. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah, there's not a lot. So somebody says, "Hey, what do you guys think of the Playdate handheld that's supposed to come out this year? I think it will replace the Amico discussion as Amico drama does. Tries out." Well, okay. I would say with the Playdate, it looks cool, but they said themselves this isn't for everyone. The difference between Amico and Playdate, in my opinion, is they said Amico's for everyone, so that gives everyone open license to talk about it and talk shit on it, And then they started saying, "Well, it's not for hardcore gamers." They started taking that out of the equation and then trying to edge us out, but.
I mentioned this back when I was over on their side.
Yeah.
I said it has the genre support is bad.
The genre support is bad. Yeah.
No RPGs. No first-person shooters. No third-person shooters.
Yeah.
No fighting
You know what's
games.
funny? You know what's funny is like
What's that?
all of the tank. Like I think Stop Drop and Retro is pointing some that out that like a lot of games that are old actually break rules on Amico. So I don't know if you know about B-17 Bomber. That's an old Intellivision game, but technically it's in a 3D environment.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're like flying around, right? It's like an old flight sim, right? And then on top of that, like I believe there's sections that are like basically a first person shooter. Like even though it's from a cockpit, like you're doing a 3D first person shooter. And so like, Intellivision is like one of these systems that's, bringing that to the market, and Tommy's like pissing on it. Like, no, that's not, that's too new.
I mean, the Playdate, it sounds like a good idea, but honestly, there's no backlit screen.
Yeah, Playdate is like, sure, you can sell a shitload of them. Playdate is like, yeah, if I remade the Pokemon Mini or I made Tamagotchi or something, yeah, there's gonna be 50,000, a few 100,000 people that will buy it, right? Like first fucking day, right? And then they'll be buy it for a couple years as it goes on, but you're gonna hit a wall, pretty quick. I would say
people are in love with the Playdate for the same reason that guys like Cyrus are in love with the Intellivision.
Yeah, what's that?
It's the same kind of motivation once you ignore all that drama. It's the same.
Could you elaborate, or I'm trying to.
Yeah. Well, like Cyrus, bless his heart, he is an Intellivision addict.
Right.
He's like Brett Weiss, and I swear just about every Intellivision fanatic is that gives you. They give you the same kind of speech. It's and they give you the same kind of talk about, I played it and fell in love. You know what I mean?
You think Playdate like that too? They're just like on a hype train. Not quite.
I don't know. So maybe not.
Here's what I'm thinking. I think part of the hype. I'm trying to add you, Daushin. I think you got to try to rejoin. I'm going to remove you, and you can hopefully rejoin. But here's what I'm thinking. When it comes to both of these systems, one thing they both have in sort of theoretical common. Okay, basically, you've got Intellivision Amico, where Tommy shows up in streams and people go, "Hey, Tommy, why don't you make a new NBA Jam?" And Tommy goes, "Yeah, we might do that." And people kind of feel like they're a part of the creation of the thing, at least theoretically in their minds.
And you know what we got instead? And you know that he wanted to do instead? The Globetrotters.
But say any idea, what I'm getting at though is any idea people threw at the wall at Tommy, he would try to entertain that and make people feel like they were along for the ride in the creation of this system. And I think with Playdate, that's slightly more of a reality, that there are open tools for people to create games on the Playdate. So even in their minds, they feel like they're a part of being able to create something. It's like a slightly bigger version of something like Mario Maker, but it's a smaller club of people that are more skilled, and they're all gonna feel like they're working together on this thing. And I think that's like Intellivision Amico's like the fantasy version of that, where you just like throw shit at a wall, and like Rab was saying, you guys haven't watched some of the streams lately. Rab was saying, "Oh, they're gonna have this 75-person werewolf game that people can play in bars, maybe." Like, I guess, like they feel like they're along for the ride,
I think that Tommy Tallarico's charisma is overpowering.
That could be.
That you have to be naturally skeptical to see through him.
Right.
Or at least not. And I mean that with the best possible respect to people like Saggy. Like I said, she's in it for the friendship, the fellowship. That's what she's in it for. She's not like guys like Retro Bro.
But that doesn't make it
Or
okay. Like, people get into all kinds of bad shit for good reasons, for friendship and stuff. I mean, it doesn't really make it all right. They are swindling people out of their fucking retirements and shit, allegedly.
Can we talk about the Amigo kid for a moment?
All right, let's just go again with the disclaimer: everything on this podcast is just comedy and speculation.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to be hurtful here.
Mm-hmm.
But just hearing him talk about him getting rid of his systems and getting them back and getting them back and getting rid of them, and I mean, it's like watching a retro advisory board video.
I don't know what the fuck you mean, but okay.
Oh my gosh! It's like that guy cannot make videos to save his life.
Oh.
They're just boring.
Yeah. Well,
mine.
That's a personal taste, but sure. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, and I was gonna say this. I was gonna post this on Twitter, but I didn't. And I said basically, and it kind of just reminds me of that. I've considered exploring the idea of literally killing someone with boredom.
Oh yeah, that's horrifying. But you gotta understand, Carl. Like, when people go into, do you know what like sensory deprivation chambers are?
I've heard of them.
Yeah,
I think a Daredevil used in the movie or something.
Yeah, that's real. So when you deprive yourself of stimulus, your brain goes into like psychedelic trips. Like, it's like similar to doing a lot of drugs. So yeah, you can't. Your brain will find a way. It'll take you. You'll come out of it like, no, I was at the circus and we were practicing to go on the high dive, and like you'll have all the weird shit that went on in your mind. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, that's what I didn't post it. So
what are we gonna do? I mean, we'll just chill.
Yeah, it's I mean, and I have nothing against these people, but like.
Yeah, like when a lot of these people talk, my brain just turns off. I gotta look up because I don't want to mispronounce this guy. There's a guy that's been doing the streams. Is it Borny TV? Is what the fuck? I don't want to say it wrong. This guy's been doing Amico streams.
Let me ask you something. Who do you think is going to go next?
Who's gonna flip?
Who do you think is going to flip next? You're a pretty good judge of character. Who would you say is going to go next?
Gosh, I feel like nobody, but almost like
I think
the lines have been drawn. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a good judge of character.
I don't think you're better than most people.
Okay, so logically, it's like Rab and it's Geeks with Cash, but that's not like what I saw on the last stream they did. And I wanted to look up the guy's name that he was going through the stream with them, the guy from UK. He's just started doing Intellivision Amico stream. But yeah, like they were. No, he's on our side. he's
Snaztastic?
No, he's a Amico critical guy. There's so much stuff. And I've been following him for a while, and just the name is going blank because I'm stoned. But okay, so Bomber Knee TV, Bob. So this guy named Bob.
Okay.
He's got an NES controller, and it's called Reacting to Amico Forever, number 22, Bomber Knee TV. Okay, he's pretty big actually. He gets a lot of people watching, but he's, I mean, of course, it's Amico, so they're funny, and they went through the whole Amico After Dark podcast with the remaining 3. Or I guess it's not Amico. I'm sorry, it's whatever the fuck DJC's podcast is called. But yeah, like seems like Rab and Geeks with Cash are willing to just like Rab is just willing to just sit there and just talk about like what Amico might be in 5 years, like they kind of used to do a while ago. Just like, oh
I
yeah,
mean,
that could be great. Like, I mean, it's like if imagine if like me and you, like we were like I don't know, we had the same nephew or something, and the nephew was getting straight Fs in school. And we're like, yeah, but man, in 5 years, he might be like an astronaut. And like, I don't know about that, guys. Like, he's getting all Fs right now, and like, he just got in trouble with the principal. And like, the parents
I
are going,
mean,
no. He might be a mathematician one day.
he might be a. When in reality, he's more likely to end up as a porn star or something.
Yeah. Oh god, I went to high school with a guy that became a big porn star, and then he told me like all the porn people are on meth, and it's like, oh god.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
I've heard the stories.
Yeah, it's crazy. And it's crazy when you know people are in pornos. Like, you grow up in California, that happens. So, like, it's weird. You're just like looking through porno randomly. You see people you grew up with. There's like,
wow, that would be weird.
Yeah, it's like this few times. Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, on the other hand, if you find a crush a girl you've always had a crush on, got to see her naked, then
right,
mission achieved.
Right, like not me, but I knew someone that had that happen, and they were like so excited. Weird, yeah.
I mean,
it's like it's one of the things about these OnlyFans shit. I've heard people say like, well, wouldn't it weird if your college professor signed on, you don't know, or all this crazy shit. So, but it's a weird world now. The internet is crazy. Scary.
It is.
That's why people are buying Amicos. People buy Amicos. They don't want a fucking system that's just locked down,
I mean, much to Geeks with Cash, what really disappoints me about him, he works in the tech field, and I'd say he's kind of logical, but he's just letting this whole thing get to him.
Yeah. People have like, okay, this is of course allegedly and suspicion and just speculation, but people have always thought like, oh, maybe they're getting some kind of shares. Like, they're not getting paid, but they're like getting shares, or they're getting sort of told like, don't worry, you guys, like, we'll use you as like our PR people once we get the money. Like, we'll give you all jobs here, and like, who knows like what weird carrot on sticks they have. But maybe it is just, I mean, okay, so I don't know how much you've heard about it. I guess I'm sure you heard Tony probably talk about it, or other people talking about it. But what's going on now is that in the comments on the Start Engine, there's stuff that DJC left and other people left where basically, so Smash AT came out and said, Tommy told me to go on the Start Engine and post comments, positive comments. And then people are saying that's against the law, or it's like a breach of contract or something wrong with that. And then like DJC posted some kind of awkward comments where like 1 week before he didn't disclose, or like a few days before he didn't disclose he was an investor. And then like the next one he did disclose he's an investor, and like just weird shit. And so like people are saying like, oh, this could be illegal.
Oh, criminy.
Yeah. So
I mean, have you heard my opinion of DJC?
no, but you probably heard mine.
He looks like a car thief and sounds like a delinquent.
He looks like a nice guy, and seems like he can be a nice guy, but he seems like
an asshole.
Yeah, like when he's pissed off or something's wrong. I don't know, because he's like very upset now. But I mean, he has money invested in it, so, and he wrote an album about it, so he should be saying that, or just not posting on the Start Engine. Like, he should say, like, he should say, I'm an enthusiast. I'm an Intellivision Amico enthusiast through and through, comma, and this is how I feel about it, or something. I don't know. At least disclose that much.
I mean, and realistically speaking, he only invests, as far as I know, like 600 or something to that effect.
Right.
So it's not like he's going to lose his shirt unless he gets in illegal trouble because of it.
Right. So my avatar pick is Julie Ehrman. That was the CEO of Ouya, but now that was like a year ago, right? But now I know that Ouya is way better than the fucking Amico. Like I thought they had their shit
You had
together.
promise.
Yeah, like I really thought that they had their shit together and that it was just like it had no future. Like it would come out and there would like be a bunch of people at the bottom and like they would be able to pull the wool over people's eyes, but they wouldn't have a killer app and the games would be janky. So I thought they'd sell like 100,000 of them, but it would be jank. But now it's like this is a Calico Chameleon. This is like Tommy Calico Melio or something. I don't know, man. You know,
Yeah.
but that's
I'm
what
sorry. I'm kind of thinking of a song. You could use the Karma Chameleon lyrics, harmonics, and use it to make the song Calico Chameleon.
That's been suggested. I thought of changing or doing another album or like an EP. It's like Phil and the Chameleons. But people know now, like, you know, that was to get a lot of attention. That was to get people to notice because couldn't just have DJC out
by
there.
the way, I love listening to your album.
Oh, thanks. You know,
yeah, I love it.
It was fun making it, and you know, it can't just be cheerleaders. And I think a lot of people. There was a lot of people. I try to represent what a lot of people seem to be feeling. Like I was trying to, like I would watch Darius. You know how you made like everyone is the Muppets. You remember how you did that? Like
yeah.
I would think of people in my mind as like different types of musical artists and different types of like comedians or cartoon characters or different things like that, of course, and like filling spots in my mind because I used to make editing videos and different things like that. So I would always think of like guys like Darius as kind of like the Sex Pistols or like the punk rockers, the short haired, you know, kind of clean face and just like screaming like fuck you, and guys like Rich too, Review Tech, and just these people that have like this fucking pinned up anger. It's like they just don't like seeing this dude get away with the shit he's getting away with. And I mean, it is gonna. There are people this is gonna ruin their fucking life, or maybe just a few years of their life. But if you know, Neil Patel allegedly sunk a lot of people's money into this, we don't know like how fucked up a lot of people are gonna be, and they'll never get their shit back just because these guys misrepresented the industry.
You know, Rich from Review Tech, he kind of worries me. I'm worried he looks like he's gonna have a heart attack someday.
He's interesting. He's so interesting.
I hear Show says he's actually kind of quiet.
In real life, you mean like off the air?
Yeah, Show's mentioned that he's actually met him before. Someone did.
Yeah,
I think Show lives in his area.
You know, a lot of these guys, I don't know about Rich specifically, but a lot of these guys, it's like they grew up watching Howard Stern, I think, and they just like go through the motions. You know, they saw that. I don't know. That's the best I can describe it as.
You know, the reason I ever watched I watched Howard Stern for the same reason I watched Sex and the City, for that vain hope that we get naked girls on camera.
Sure, and I think that drew people into it. But I think at the time back then, there wasn't a lot of people that would just like speak their mind and say "fuck you" and just talk shit about whoever they wanted. So.
Yeah, it's true.
Like a shock jock Rich a little bit. Like he's kind of shock jockeying. So like
definitely.
They said like Howard Stern was that guy, like he was at the party like by himself, like not talking to anyone, just try to be like left alone a little bit. Like who knows?
Oh, I agree on that. That's a pretty good guesstimation.
A lot of the rock and roll singer guys can be like that, but not all of them.
Yeah, it's my dad's, as you probably know, my dad's a musician, so
that's cool though.
Yeah, so he's told me a few stories, so yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for like real musicians, professional musicians. Basically, I consider myself like I'm the rock version of the guy who plays the acoustic guitar at summer camp. Like, you know, the guy that does Kumbaya and stuff. Like, I know like 3 or 4 chords. Like,
I mean, like. My dad's not a professional musician. I mean, he's for his buddy's band in our church band or whatever, and
He
that's
can probably,
about.
he can probably read music and stuff, though, huh?
Oh yeah, he can do all that. Yeah, he does teach guitar.
Right, that's what I mean. Like by professional, like teaching guitar, even if you don't get paid, that's professional level. And like, I really don't have any of that stuff. I'm very just this kind of, very basic kind of folk musician shit. Fuck Amico and the YouTubers.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with folk music.
Yeah, no, I mean, people
love me some folk music.
I'm trying to get better. I just, reading music. Wow, it's a different thing. It's like,
yeah.
Talk to anyone, Tommy Tallarico or anyone else who can do it.
Oh! By the way, stay as far away from Mixcraft as possible.
What's Mixcraft?
It's a music program for recording music.
It's bad.
My dad tried it and it just didn't work. It just stopped working.
Yeah, God, a lot of it's touchy. I'm an amateur at recording, especially too, and I just use GarageBand. But I used to use the real.
Oh, you got the Apple stuff.
Yeah, so I used to have Nuendo and Cubase and different kind of PC shit. And before that, I used to do stuff on actual tapes, like 16-track tapes and stuff. And then now, like, someone handed me down this MacBook Air, and I just wanted to see if I could make like really quick. How quickly can I really make like a demo song?
Hey, a lot of people love GarageBand, so.
Yeah, so it's like really fast and efficient. So I was able to do like all the each Tommy and the Amico song I could do in like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, because you can kind of do it quickly. And that's so like as I was learning to use the program and as I wrote the songs, like it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. That's all I can say. And when it crashes, everything's there when you come back. But I haven't tried to load custom VSTs or any kind of weird shit into it, so I don't know.
And we're the only two in the panel tonight. Yeah, wow, that's so weird.
I mean, Amico's dead. Like the whole everything about Amico's kind of dead. If anyone wants to join the stream, anyone can. Amico's dead, man. It's just now we have, we're just hanging out, and it filtered away out a lot of the shitheads.
We won.
Yeah, I mean, we won. It's people got the idea now, really, and. Which is good.
Days started doing record streaming today.
Yeah, I saw him playing Halo, and you were on there. I saw you on there.
I was trying to help him because both of us are boomers, so it's just kind of just trying to figure out. You're just trying to figure everything out. So
yeah. Good.
We kind of figured out a solution in the end, which is good. So,
what was that? Well, yeah, he didn't have you quite loud enough. He would crank you up.
Well, what happened was he did something with his headset or mic or something. Basically, you heard me from his speakers, so that's why he. But hopefully, we'll have things better next time.
All right. Tell me what you think about this. Now, I'm a guy that watches Darius Truxton, and
right.
I know you're not, right? You're not like
I don't. I mean, I like his gaming videos.
Okay, but
I think he makes great gaming videos.
Right on. So I would just wanted to sort of put out to people about him with Amico. I mean, I wanted to say he's considered a Ren of Heavens is here. Just talking about Darius, just real quick. So I was just saying, I would say with Darius, he labels himself as a cutting edge comedian, which I think is what he is, and he's doing really funny shit. But I wanted to say, as a lot of people try to criticize him because he's a conspiracy guy, but look, here's the thing: with Amico. This is and has always been a real fucking conspiracy. Like, Amico is a conspiracy. He is talking to them behind the scenes on 2-hour chats, going through the documents. He's telling the cultists to post shit on the start engine, allegedly, Smash AT. So, like, Smash AT has told them they've been conspiring. So don't get fucking upset when Amico is a magnet for people that are into conspiracy shit. Don't get upset when flat earth people are here. Don't get upset when people who say shit about the virus are here. Because this is a real fucking conspiracy. Okay?
I mean, there's nothing I mean, hey, even I've dabbled in conspiracy
Right.
theories
And
before,
I'm not
and so
saying
there's
I
nothing
agree
wrong with
with.
them.
I'm not saying I agree with any other conspiracies these guys put out. I'm not saying I don't think people landed on the moon. I'm not saying any of that shit. But listen, Amico's a fucking conspiracy, so don't get excited or surprised when people who are into conspiracies start hanging around this thing and looking into it, because that's just the way it goes. Because that's
It's
the
all
way it
true.
goes. Right. So what's up, Ren of Heaven? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Cool.
I can hear you fine. I mean, Darius Truxton is for him being a comedian. I mean, and I'm not poo-pooing. I'm just saying it's in the eye of the beholder, like any other form of art or entertainment. So,
right, it's like the heavy metal of comedy. It's the insult comedy. It's extreme. Yeah.
I mean, if he more power to him. If he thinks he's a comedian, I'm not gonna say that Darius Truxton. He's not a comedian. I mean, I've spoken my thoughts about him before, but not so vocal about it.
Yeah, in defense of that, I mean, look, if anyone wants to come on here and say whatever they want, that's what I would say in defense of it about it. Don't get surprised when conspiracy people show up, when people come around, because this is a conspiracy. Allegedly,
I mean,
a lot of the shit we're finding out now, this was a fucking conspiracy.
I mean, let's be fair about this, folks. Conspiracy theories make the best forms of entertainment, like stories and movies.
With the whole thing, it's all true. What all the detractors have said, it's all true.
Yeah, and it's coming out.
To me, the YouTubers from Amico that promote it, they got paid with a vest of money. No question about it. If they're sitting in behind meetings and crisis meetings, of course they're getting paid. Where it's like, like on the sheet that come up like that they put out with all the finances, guaranteed like promotion, finances and that's all YouTubers. They're all scumbags. They sat behind
allegedly, right?
Yep, sat behind the fucking curtain.
Twirling their mustaches.
Now, we said there are other ways they could be compensated if it wasn't directly through funds. They may be promised jobs later. They may be taking in sort of shares for something they think is going to blow up and be big in the future. But they may be being paid directly under the table, as other things they've been seeing have allegedly shown reality.
100% agree. No one is that passionate about just making a friend and being by them that much. If they're still hanging in now, all these YouTubers, after everything that's come out, they've got something in it. Investments and probably getting paid to make videos of it. Tommy's probably like, look, if you make all, like Smash JT when he said, oh, we'll put a video, I'll put a comment on the startup.
That's what he said.
He probably got paid to do that.
He was like, Tommy told me to. Now, I don't know. I wonder if Smash would spill the beans if he was getting paid, because who knows?
I mean, can we talk about that? Those alleged calls they were making to YouTubers.
Do you think that Smash is holding back details for Netflix or maybe a book deal?
I don't know.
Very possible.
Maybe. I mean, Intellivision calling people like Saggy Melons and asking them about trolls. I mean, okay. I mean, first of all, and again, no offense to Saggy, but in my opinion, if I were them, I would commission the big boys. The big boys who have had vastly more experience and not have a drama channel.
Yeah, it's like, why would you hire somebody named Saggy Melon, right? Like,
I honestly
because no one else will do it. Yeah.
In your search bar, if you type Saggy Melons and you know how it keeps a track of what you searched, it won't come up. Again, if you,
Well, what I'm saying is, from the Amico point of view, from the Amico point of view, why would you ever associate yourself with somebody called Saggy Melons? Like, it's
exactly. Well, no, Look at this yesterday.
Why wouldn't they go? Okay, here's the extra 100. Change your name to the Running Woman. Like, we'll give you an extra.
I mean, she's just not. She wouldn't be the kind of person I would call that a risk assessment.
So we've seen the people that are like actual investors, or the woman that was like Tommy's like partner's friend. like it was his wife or girlfriend's friend who was an actress, and like we've seen some of the people that we know are like directly like Shillin. But as for YouTube, they're sort of sloppy and weird. Unless
I don't know.
no one else.
I don't know if you know, but yesterday I had a big blowout with Saggy on one of her streams. I've defended that fucking bitch so much online, and then she's like, goes to me, she's like, "Oh, I asked to be a moderator on a channel." I'm like, "Cool, you know," and she's like, "I'm not making you a moderator," and I'm like, "Okay." And then she's like, "Because you've gone around and spoke about me in comments and stuff." I'm like, "Fuck," and that was it. I was like, you know what? These people just make shit up out of their fucking ass, and I like, oh, you know, you done this, you done that. Oh my gosh! And the thing was, I told her, I said, you know what? Go play on the fucking freeway. You just, you know, and I said to her, I said, you know what your problem is? You got little angry person syndrome. Those little tiny girls that are just and just don't know when to shut the fuck up and always pick fights. And then when they lose the fight, they run away.
Well, I mean, she's supposed to be like what, 5'4", right? I mean, that's not
little
short.
person syndrome.
That's not short. I mean, 5 feet is short.
You gotta say
5'4", dude. I could put my foot in her mouth and wear her as a shoe.
Ren, in your accent, you gotta say, Ren, in your accent, you gotta say, "You fucking dog cunt."
You're a fucking dog cunt. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
hey, Dean. How's it going?
You dogged me.
Anyone can join in tonight. We're just chilling.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Guess we're making personal attacks on Saggy now.
I don't.
She said it's okay, right?
You know, it's.
Yeah,
I'm not strong. You know, I mean, you know, Saggy will always be, you know, a friend, but
You know.
at the same time, you know, we all come to a point in time which we forge our future ourselves.
Right.
The thing is, this is my biggest problem. Whenever she has a stream and there's a Miko thing, she's like, "Oh, come on, I'm ready to fight, and all she is doing is wasting precious oxygen. It's called oxygen.
Think about this. Imagine you're running a company, right? And you're like, because people always say, I think Smash JT, this illustrates. Because Smash JT illustrated, because Smash JT said, either they're pathological liars, like, or they're fucking idiots. I don't know his way of saying it. He's like, either they're pathological liars or they're really stupid. And it's like, that taco commercial, it's like, why not both? Like, why not both? Like, imagine that they spent 2 hours talking to this chick illegally online, but imagine that this chick is also somebody named Saggy Melons who puts up streams that just say "fight me!" ! Like, why not both? Why can't both fucking
It's like one of the dumpster fires you just walk past, but you wouldn't piss on to put it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Nick Richards, allegedly Nick Richards charged them for rent of his warehouse, which is crooked, but he also had a fucking airplane fucking cockpit in there, which is just why not both? Like, why?
Oh god! Welcome to the Amico Airport.
Yeah, I don't know. Why not both? Why can't they just be dumb?
Oh gosh, fuck me.
She had this this person on called Dean TV, and I swear
he's here. He's in the chat.
Hey, you know, you sound like one of those guys, like I said, who goes to bars picking up chicks with stupid hand and sound gestures.
He's a dad. He's just chilling. He's just hanging out sometimes.
He's like, call me. Like that.
He's just a big guy. I don't think he's like that.
Him and his young fella,
exactly how he sounds. And, you know, he had the audacity to try and insult me lacking any perspective or information whatsoever. Well, dude, I got to tell you, I am a clown. And, you know, there are plenty of the scariest and characters in fiction were clowns. I'll greatly accept it.
Carl, I wouldn't worry about Dean. I think Dean's just
Pennywise, the Joker, Kafka.
I know what you're saying, Carl, but I don't know him that well.
He sounds like a douche.
Nah, he's just a joker. He's just a comedian guy. Like, he's just playing around, and he's just a big guy. You can't, you know.
See, the thing is,
I love him. I love him because he buried Turbo Joe, him and his son. So you can't beat that.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, what people don't understand about me, the reason I'm nice to people I talk to is I have this weird superpower where I'm just nice to people when I talk to them, but I can't turn the damn thing off.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare. I can't even tell people when I'm actually thinking about them directly half the time. I want to, but it's like a weird ass reflex.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you
man,
can't help it. Don't worry. But Dean's just joking with you, and it's just.
Yeah.
People like him are never joking about me. That's one thing I've learned in my 43 years of living.
I think you're just judging him because he's a big guy and he's got a lot of testosterone. He's a strong guy, but I've seen him as a dad, and he's a pretty gentle dude, I think.
Oh, no, that's not it. I'm judging him based on what he said about me on Saggy's stream. Well, that's what I'm judging about him.
Oh, you heard him say it out loud.
Oh, don't pay attention to anything on Saggy's stream. Her fucking streams are just stupid.
Don't worry about these people.
That's what he said.
Remember when I was fucking around with you and you thought I was just trying to be mean to you, but I was just getting excited and fucking around.
He called me a clown on Twitter recently.
I know. Remember when that time when I kept interrupting you and being hella rude to you and shit? But I was just joking, man. People are just asshole.
Yeah, I really would have reached my hands into my phone to strangle you. By the way.
So, okay. You know how I was saying Amico tracks conspiracy people because it is a conspiracy? I mean, it also attracts so it attracts musicians like me because Tommy plays guitar, but it also attracts asshole comedians because Tommy's an asshole comedian. When he was on TV, he was just a major asshole comedian. Have you ever seen him do that thing where he's talking to the puppet and he's like, if I put my dick in my mouth, would it be a hand job or a blow job? So you gotta understand. And Tommy, there's that video of him rubbing dirt from a plant all over a dude's white shirt while he interviews him. So, Tommy attracted asshole comedians to this, which is why...
Also, Carl, if someone just gives you the shits on stream and that, just say to them, fucking eat my ass, and then just continue the stream.
That'll shut them.
Give it back to them.
Yeah, they're just NPCs in your life, You don't gotta worry about them.
I'm not bothered about it.
We should get Dean TV. Dean TV should jump in.
Yeah, I think you could get used to... I think you could, learn to like Dean. I think you could.
I will never learn to like that guy.
You never know. You never say never, but I'm not...
I mean...
He didn't call you in the video you dressed up as one. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. Thanks, Carl.
You'll be right, Cobber.
What?
I mean, dude, flush, sit on and rotate.
He's just joking.
Yeah, he's just playing.
But no, it's Saggy. I mean, she wastes so much time.
She's iconic.
So much
bickering with people.
She wastes so much oxygen. It's called oxygen thievery, and good people can use it instead of wasting it yapping.
I mean,
calm down and,
I understand that it's for entertainment, but fighting with people that much, it's not good for you.
I think she's the next one out.
Yeah,
I think she's
not
gonna.
Good for you, but she can't help it.
She's in it till the end.
You asked me.
She can't help it because she's got little person syndrome.
She's in it for the end because she's not motivated by profit or anything. I'm almost certain of that.
I don't know.
Yeah, she is more. She's real down with Rich from Review Tech, and I think she's all about she's down with Dean.
She's just trying to get a name. She wants to be YouTube famous.
She's down with people who have high view count, and if anyone takes her in, she's I feel sometimes people accuse Smash JT about that, and it's we get most mad at the people who are similar to us. I kind of pick on Tommy for being a hacky musician because I'm one. Saggy.
I mean,
the funny thing is that Darius has a higher sub count than all of them, and look how much effort they put in. Green screens, cameras, got intros. Darius gets in there. Hey,
Darius yeah, that's exactly. He says, "Hey, I didn't see you come in there. Welcome." And he is welcoming to people who he even the guy even responds to my comments.
Who?
Darius Truxton.
Oh yeah. No, he's he'll read your shit.
He actually responds to my comments. That's kind of what I like about him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just kind of worry for Saggy. She wastes so much energy fighting with people. I know she likes to do it, but it's still
How do
She
you
needs
feel-
high heels and she might chill a bit.
Have you seen
she just needs to relax a little bit more, and I think she'd be okay.
another one who might
Or
leave
better.
another one who could leave the group is Atari Creep. He recently was talking
Oh man, that greasy meatball.
Yeah,
Gummy bear.
greasy leprechaun.
He looks like a greasy. He looks like one of those guys from the Mob movies.
He looks exactly like you, a Skyrim Nord. Like you guys could both just sit there as Skyrim fucking Nords and.
He'd be.
Me too.
No,
I was gonna say I look like.
I can't even call him an Imperial.
Oh yeah, who's the guy? Yeah, maybe I look Imperial. Who's the guy that quit? GameStack, the bald guy. Is that Dave? That's who I look like. So I'm not special either, but boring. I'm just like a boring looking guy like that guy.
Atari Creep would be in the Godfather movie. He's more fitting in that kind of a setting. Just hear him talk.
So, guy, you talk. I mean, if people, I hear people say, Carl doesn't contribute anything. Carl never says anything. Carl talks more fucking sass than like anyone since Darius. So, I mean, that's part of the thing about Carl. Carl's raw. But, Atari Creep was basically saying, now he didn't say this exact words. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it sounded like he was saying that they donated money to his charity. He said that they gave him something or they did something for him in a time of need, and we all know he does these charity runs. It sounds like the company or Nick or Tommy or somebody individually at Intellivision gave him something for his charity. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is,
Most charities are fucking scams anyway. How much of the money really goes to the people that need it? Okay, management needs
I know that's
Speaking of Nick Richards, yeah, allegedly he's involved with shit like that, but yeah.
I do every month I do give some kind of money to my church and for the outreach, but what I do is I buy food they need or coffee or hot chocolate or something like that. That's what I do because not that I don't trust them, but when I bring it there like coffee or something, it gets immediately used.
Yeah, that's it. You get the goods. If I see a homeless person here in Australia, we buy them something, might get them like a hot chicken that's cooked, a bit of groceries, and give it to them. If they got a pet, buy them some pet food. If a charity comes knocking on my door, hi, would you like it? I say, you know what? Get the fuck off my front door. I ain't giving you the steam off my turd.
I mean, it's. I can see why. I agree. The chair, like the Lions Club, I definitely trust because they have helped me.
Yeah,
they do help me, so I know they're upfront. So
yeah.
So,
not all of them, but most.
Is it considered unethical for them to sort of buy him out by doing that and then ask him to leave comments, or I don't know what they've done.
I mean, they're supposed to have tax records for that.
Right.
The IRS you don't play around with, or whatever the equivalent in Australia.
Oh well, all that happens is Tommy could just pay it out of his pocket, and there's no trace of it, and then he could just pay himself with the investment money. And then the money could go from his pocket to them. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get around.
Just jumps from pocket to pocket.
Yeah. Not hard to do.
The $500
the writing's
handshakes.
on the wall.
So you're saying he's a mass hole. I don't know if you know what that is in Australia. Sometimes they say people from Massachusetts, they call them mass holes.
Big holes. We call people in Australia big holes.
Big holes.
Big split butthole like sort of thing, yeah.
Review text always talking about holes. I've been to.
I think review. I got to be honest. I think Review Tech is gay.
Oh, don't come on, Darius. Chill out, Darius.
Look at the way he talks.
As long as you don't.
He sounds like he's trying.
All right, that's just your opinion, and it's only a
yes. It's just my opinion. That's exactly
right. If you want some good Review Tech USA content, go look up Junk Media on YouTube.
Yeah. I think that's part of sometimes when you smoke a lot of weed, it like builds the extra estrogen in you. Yeah.
Look at his nipples; they're so pink too. Like, wouldn't surprise me if he's gay. If I was a gay man, I'd go for that.
Look at the way he talks. He sounds like he's a huge power bottom.
Yeah, he that's what I was gonna say. He talks with authority. That's sort of how his show works. He just like goes on these authority rants, like.
Man, for someone that's got a million subscribers, he's got 1 million subs, right, or near 1 million. He only gets he only gets 1,000 views, like 1,000 people to tune into his live things. 1,000 people out of 1 million.
I got
you can buy subs on YouTube. Look at all these YouTubers now that have
a different channel. I think he streams on RTU stream. I think is a different one, right? So I don't know.
Yeah. But also, like, look at a lot of the Pro Amico YouTube channels too. They all have the same sub count. I think Turbo Joe's like 1.3 or 4 or something. Fucking maybe. Fucking Shilling Melons is like 1.3 or 4 around there. Most of them are around there. I think Retro Bro's about 3, and I think Smash JT is about 16,000. But it's just weird that a lot of them are only around the 1.3 or 4 mark. Must get on like freaking the internet or something. Yeah, all right, I'll buy this amount of sub counts, and realistically, they only got like 20, 30 people.
when I was on their side, I never got that boost.
Yeah, you could. I don't know. There is a way to buy YouTube subs. I'm pretty sure.
I had to struggle to get them.
I think if you just make shit every day and you do streams every day and you talk about a lot of shit that people are somewhat interested in, you'll gain subs just gradually. But
in this day and age, though, is it really worth it? Like buying a green screen, a mic, and streaming like every day, just to like.
I'll tell you what I do. I just play video games. That's all I do. I like today. I loaded up Fallout New Vegas. And that's all I did. And then I download the episodes, the content I like from Twitter or Twitch, and then I upload it.
Yeah, I think that I just use this as a way to talk to other people who are interested in Amico that aren't fucking crazy. And it's easy to talk about normal people with because it's
just like using it just to, just see how dumb fucking people are. You know what I mean?
It's fun to get viewers, but a lot of my videos I started making them just to see if I could get Darius to laugh, and then see if I could get Carl to laugh, or get Carl to scratch his head, and get Tony to laugh. Potion, how's it going, man?
It goes good.
Darius. Oh, look at who's this?
What's up? Who's screaming? Is that Ren's kid?
Who's that?
Oh, I got kids in the background.
Awake.
Oh, well.
Hello? Is that Potion Sword Run?
What's up, Ren? What's up, Carl?
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Just chilling, got off work, listening to you guys ramble.
Hey, what's up?
You listen to Australian people who are in the daytime.
I love your your content.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's fun to make, so I'm glad people like it.
Yeah, it's been great lately, and just the one with Ricky Berwick was cracking me up, man. That was a good one.
That one was funny. I just came across, I'm like, this one's pretty cool.
People love your Smash JT voice, but I think you could make it sound just like this, though.
No, that's good. Smash JT.
Did you see Dean TV's latest TMZ Smash TV thing?
I have not.
Oh, you guys haven't seen that? He did his own take on the Smash JT voice. Oh my god!
That's weird. I'm subscribed to him. I'm weird. I guess I must have missed it when I was going down the list.
Hilarious! Oh my god! But maybe I can pull some of the audio. But god, It was just.
your version of Smash reminds me of that pizza delivery boy from The Simpsons.
That's what someone else told me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I
Right.
watched The Simpsons. I need to go back to that. Yeah.
All right, so this is. I'll play some of the audio. This is. I won't play it all, but this is. Everyone look up Dean TV, DEEN TV. He's a really big channel. He's been on here before, and he does a video. It's called TMZ. It's Tommy Tallarico calls Smash JT about his vision of scam videos.
And he's also, and for reference, he's also the guy that buried Turbo Joe, him and his son. Don't forget that bit.
Right. So we'll roll through this one real quick.
Do you like that, Tommy? I told you. I'm going to keep doing this. All you have to do is give me my toy. Jeff, you invested 10K in this. With doing this, it isn't going to help. That's not my money. That's my wife's money. You know, the one I let you point when you came over.
I don't know. I like Potion Sword's voice and version more.
It's me, Tommy-o.
Can you imagine? This is on Dean's channel, 47,000 subscribers.
I know that's messed up.
Video. Oh my god.
You know that's real audio though, hey?
Good lord. Isaiah Israel, a very weird channel.
Poor Smash.
Yes.
Hello, lads. How are we?
Yeah, I'd be upset if my nose was that big as well, but poor bugger.
Pee Wee Herman looking motherfucker.
Smash toucan.
Toucan.
Oh.
God, no, Smash is. I don't know. He's on our side now. We got to be his friend, but I don't know, man.
I mean,
Ooh.
you don't have to be his friend if you don't want to. It's your choice.
Listen,
You can't
let's just be
trust
nice
someone
enough.
like Smash.
Let's be nice enough that he goes on Tony's channel for a one-on-one interview, and Tony gets even more dirt
And
against these guys.
I
This is
tell you,
and then throws him.
For all
I've
the-
extended the invitation to him before, and he doesn't seem interested. Tony doesn't even think he's interested.
he wants to go. He's trying to save it for something big. I think he wants to be on Netflix, or he wants to be on at least Pat and Ian, but they don't gonna have him on.
I think you're right.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It might make a movie and go straight to the Sci-Fi channel or something.
Paul Rubens in the Smash JT story with voices
Previously.
from Sword Run.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, you got to tell me right how the shirts are, because I had never fucking seen one. So
I actually have it. I posted a
Oh,
picture on
oh, really?
Twitter.
Did it come out
Yeah.
all right? Or is it a decent shirt? Does it have
I mean-
holes in it?
No, it's like, it's a decent shirt.
Okay, good.
Fits well. I haven't posted a video. I wanted to put it on my next video, whatever, but I have no topic. So I was like, damn, I've been a week. I had it for like a week.
Good. I gotta wait till some more people come out with them, or else if I wear one, they'll know it's
Yeah,
me.
Rhea told me she bought one. So
I
her
can't
should
get
be
one in
coming soon.
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, you can't get one, huh? Yeah, sorry. I think it's just
Nah.
UK in America. Sorry, man. But
Sorry, you're
It's
gonna
alright.
have to skin the mailman.
listen, since Tommy and the Amigos is a punk rock band, this is for everyone. Maybe you just don't have money to buy it. But with punk rock, you can just take a regular shirt and like a Sharpie marker and just write the name of the band on
I'll
there.
make one.
Yeah, just make it. Like if you take bleach and like a Q-tip and write on a black shirt, like you just make your own. You'll be fine. That's what the real punk bands do, you know.
Done.
I didn't know that actually.
Oh yeah. That's
What's
the old-fashioned way to do it, man.
What's the weather like over there?
Well, where out here in California?
Yeah.
Not snowing or anything, just a little chilly. Yeah, it was sunny though today.
Yeah.
Pretty sunny. I took my
Sweet.
kids out, and yeah, it was chilling. Pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm melting.
haven't-
I am melting.
Now you all live in the vicinity of the Intellivision offices. Haven't you ever thought about sneaking it late at night over there to
All right,
see
so
what's
here's
going
the
on?
All right, so here's the thing. The one in Irvine, that's like Southern California. That's almost like all the way to LA, right? It's like maybe like an hour north of Los Angeles. We're about like
Ooh.
6 or 7 hours north of that. Now there's supposed to be near us an Intellivision San Francisco office. I don't think that exists. I think it's always been bullshit. I've never been able to find an address. I asked Volp, I asked other people if they could look for an address. No one's ever been able to find one. So I don't know. I mean, maybe they get startup cash or something. Maybe they're using someone's apartment or somebody's office for something else. We've never seen an address. Or maybe they just say San Francisco because San Francisco sounds good. But I
can go to San Francisco.
Huh?
I can go to San Francisco if they have an
Right.
office, you know?
And I thought me, you, and Reyes should go over there. I'll expose it to you guys, and we'll just go over there and just try to have like a nice chat. Since, like, you know,
definitely.
But
burn some dog shit on the doorstep.
Yeah, like,
you needed to get Rhea to Trojan horse her way into the Intellivision office.
Yeah, like, I mean, and they don't know who I am. I could play somebody else, but I mean, they know my plan now. But
yeah, we just gave it away.
I could bring other people.
We are not evil geniuses over here.
I know. I mean, I know other people. We never know, but I don't think there's a real place. And because that's the thing. Okay, so like I've said before, I've snuck into Scientology buildings. I snuck into the GDC, which is the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco.
Oh, do I got a story for you? If you like talking about Scientology, there was a church we used to have in my vicinity, and you know who ended up buying it? Scientologists.
Yeah.
Their real estate net worth worldwide is like fucking astronomical.
Yeah, a lot of big churches are, but really, I think if they had an office, I'd be able to just take a look or something. But they're dropping offices. The Utah office is now apparently gone, and they just switched it to somebody's house over there.
The whole thing's just been a green screen in Tommy's garage.
Well, yeah, no, it's Nick's. Nick literally owns the warehouse garage, and like,
oh my gosh,
allegedly, like he's it's on mortgage from the bank, and like he's got a bank loan on this place, and he uses Intellivision to pay the rent, and he charges them interest and shit. And he keeps his broken cars and airplane cockpit and shit in there. So who knows?
Man, the best wrap up to the Amico saga would be it goes under, everyone gets their money back, and they all go to jail.
Yeah, who knows, man?
No one gets no money back. That money's gone.
Yeah, all the money's gone. Who knows?
Man, if I was invested in it, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like a baseball bat in Tommy's house. Where's me fucking investment money? I'm surprised no one's done it yet.
Look, if anyone is going to do the acting for that movie, it's got to be animated with Potion Sword doing the voice acting.
I mean, if you look at the wake of damage, Neil Patel has like allegedly left. The damage that Neil Patel has allegedly left in his wake. There may be worse things with this because people also put their reputation at stake. You know.
Yeah, if they do a movie, I'd like Paul Hogan to play me.
I want Hulk Hogan to play me
in a wheelchair.
No, I told you I look like I'm just Dave from GameSack. That's who they gotta get. Dave is the one that left, right? Like, I look like the guy who quit GameSack. I don't look like anything interesting.
I don't know how to explain me.
Yeah. So I have a question for you guys. So what are you guys gonna do after the Amico's dead? All you guys' channels.
Oh, I haven't decided. Just pop up and hang out. I don't know.
I want to do more. I want to go and do more game streams. That's what I want to do.
I'll be more open about it, Potion. It depends on the state of like the pandemic. And
once it's over, once it finishes, it begins. The documentaries start coming in. You know, all that stuff. Where are they now? Videos. There's so much. This is going to go for years.
Yeah, this could go for years. Like we could.
Yeah, but what kind of besides of where are they now? What kind of content? Like I want to.
That's what I'm saying. I might.
Where are they now?
So this is going to make
Tallarico is serving 25 years to life for investment fraud. Nick Richards. Nick Richards has left the country in his plane. Nowhere to be seen.
No. It's got to be Nick Richards was shot to death by a gopher.
I was going to say
no, Nick Richards was eaten to death by a pack of gophers.
God.
Okay. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
Richard changed his life, like turned himself over and joined PETA, and like just completely turned his life around and like became I don't know. No, like,
turned his life around. He's no longer in investment schemes.
yeah.
He now works for Peter.
I was gonna say, okay, a lot of, and this is admitted, like I don't have shame in saying that like a lot of the reason that pulled me into this shit was like the pandemic, and like I can't go out and do as many things as I could before. So if that eases up, and as my kids get older, I have more freedom to leave the house and do more shit. I might not be doing so much upload, but it is fun, and especially while everything's on lockdown, it has been so fun to be able to do
All
this.
your mandates, are they dropping over there since the midterms are coming, or the mandates for like?
Not yet. Like everything's it comes and it goes, and it comes and it goes, and then it's like just the social stuff that people don't want to hang out.
Yeah,
do stuff.
It's horrible here. You got to wear masks everywhere. I think you got to be double vaxxed.
Yeah,
and they have an app where there's like a green tick, and you've got to show it if you want to dine in anywhere and shit.
Oh damn, that's
so you're an Aussie, mate?
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah,
My Aussie.
Too, mate. Yeah, I'm from Queensland, bro.
Nice. Whereabouts you located? Like town-wise?
Brisbane.
In Brizzy? Or near it?
Yeah, mate.
I'm 100 k's from there. To Woomba.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Look,
there you go.
Yeah, everything's like, double backs to get in, everything like that. Look, boys, I just had a question. What do you think's going to happen when it crashes and everything comes to terms, and all the people who bought that physical media, do you think there'll be a bit of backlash there and people trying to get refunds, or what's going to happen there?
Cyrus played by Butterbean.
They're going to try to make it perceive the value higher so people will buy it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to say that they're collectibles now. That's what's going to happen. They're rare, they're collectibles, the prices are going to go up, hold on to them.
Yeah.
Well, what about all those soccer mums who
soccer moms didn't buy them?
They don't know about Amico is.
Dude, soccer moms aren't going to buy that shit.
Yeah,
the kids are going to be sitting down on the floor with the Amico games that their mum bought them. I want to play it. Where's my console, mum?
I mean,
and then I'm sorry, honey. I'm trying, but
like, let's be
Tommy
real.
Can't get it out.
I think people have said a lot of these were bought by people that are called the shelf collectors, which are people that don't fucking play their games anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Dust collectors. Basically, you sit there with your collection running a freaking duster over it every 5 minutes because you like
metal.
And those that don't do it, that
Metal Jesus made a video about him turning his GameCube into an emulation box, and I'm thinking, what the hell's the point of having GameCube games if you're not actually going to play them?
Well, you can do both. Can he still do both?
I mean, he could, but I think he's the kind of guy who would play the emulated stuff.
No. Only reason I say that is because I turned my Wii into an emulation thing, just soft modding the Wii, and it's convenient. It's got a little bit of lag, and it's not perfect emulation, but it's convenient because you can get wireless controllers. And there's all kinds of things you can attach to you. Like
Isaiah, how hot is it where you are? I think his mic's muted.
Isaiah,
it's Australia. It's Australia, so it's very hot, right?
I'm not sure, mate. Like I'm driving at the moment, but I think it's like high 20s. It's been pretty hot, man.
You are driving and streaming. You are driving and streaming at the same time, dude. You're going to get into an accident.
No,
I just put it in a phone cradle. There you go.
Whatever.
AirPods, and you have your phone in a cradle.
Content, Carl.
Say again?
Do you remember me commenting on your videos, Carl? Like a while back?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't even see the name of your.
He's Isaiah Israel, and his icon is like a painting of Jesus, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Geek Getaways here.
Oh, you're up there. Okay. I don't know. I have a bad memory when it comes to people I've never talk to that often. But I haven't stopped doing videos. As a matter of fact, I'm streaming stuff these days and archiving them directly to my YouTube channel.
Nice. Yeah, look, I've been lurking in the comments for ages. I've followed like the start of the VCS. I wasn't around. I didn't know much about the Calico Chameleon. I kind of saw some CU podcasts about that, but yeah, this Amico thing has been hilarious. Like, it's just helped me get through this pandemic, to be honest.
You and me both.
Isaiah, do you agree that we don't want oh shit, what's his name again? The long-haired YouTuber dude. Forgot his name.
Oh, beat 'em ups.
No,
Metal Jesus
beat
Rock?
'em ups.
Oh,
we don't want him. We don't want him back in Australia, do we?
Nah, I watched Darius Truxton.
Yeah, we want him over here.
So I'm not a fan of him.
He's one of your words.
Do you know much about that scam he did?
I got an interesting anecdote for you guys. So back during the days before the VCS came out, I called it the Nigerian Prince of video game consoles. Since that's usually the scam, right? Well, isn't it ironic that the Amico became the Nigerian Prince of video game consoles?
No, the Amico is like the weird politician that gets in trouble for embezzling money or something.
The Amico's skid mark.
No.
It's not
the Amico is a skid mark in the underpants of society.
Amico, you just don't see Amico coming the same as coming from as far away, but it's not quite as obvious because he's got there's a germinated seeds of truth. It's Mike Kennedy was just an asshole that all he had done before that was made a website and made and printed a magazine, and now he was gonna who's typing like crazy, now he's gonna make a console. But Tommy is like, I have the world record for fucking video games. Of course I can make a fucking console. That's easy, assholes. Or to make
And now we can add another one to his record, freaking biggest video game scam in history, and then he could have another record, worst console in history.
They were saying
man, he's in for a lot of world records coming up. Good on him. Achieving his dream.
Come on, guys. You're just mad because beat 'em ups won't move back to Australia.
Oh man!
Somebody on Reddit was saying Tommy might get a world record because this is the first time that Start Engine lost money. It went up and then went back down. I think they might ask for some money back. I don't know.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
No, seriously, who's typing? It's Potion that's typing, isn't it?
No, I'm not typing. I'm just chilling.
Who's typing? Rain or Skull?
Yeah, let's hear from Potion. He's been quiet, and he's got a lot to say with his videos, so we should get him in on a bit. Let's hear what you got to say.
I ain't got much to say. That's why I'm here. I'm just chilling. If I have much to say, I'll be releasing videos.
I know what he's doing. He's thinking of his next video. That's what he's doing.
I have two of them I'm working on right now. I'm probably gonna release it tomorrow. I was gonna do it tonight, but it was getting late after I got to work. So
Very nice.
Practicing the voice.
The funniest people are on our side.
I don't know about that.
No. I mean the people.
I get way more laughs out of Tommy than anyone.
Okay. All right, let me be clear here. The people who are intentionally funny are on this side.
No, yeah, pretty much. Sometimes. Sometimes. Gotta be true, yeah. I don't know, they're trying to say that Smash JT's some fantastic actor, and he's just doing all this hardcore acting to switch over and get clicks, but he looked fucking distraught in that video.
And the third one he did.
I said this when we were.
Video?
Almost.
Did you? You all saw that video with him looking at his computer, Look
Right.
at his body language. He was
Like, I
staring
don't know.
at the computer, glaring at it, then glaring at the camera.
Like,
That's not acting.
Right, like if he's acting, then he's like a fucking Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean level comedian. Like he's throwing his whole fucking
that guy's
body
good.
weight. He's literally, if he's
The
acting,
real life Bean.
Yeah.
The real life Bean.
if Smash JT is acting in those videos the way that Saggy and Retro Bro are trying to paint it, that he's just acting in those videos, then he's just doing it to make us fucking laugh. Cause he's fucking going crazy physical comedy in that shit.
They said he's acting?
I mean, come on. The one where he's in front of his computer screen, if you think that's acting, then
No,
yeah.
I didn't hear them say that. That's why, because I haven't watched.
Yeah,
it.
they're like, oh, he's just acting that way for clicks. Like he knew all this shit already. He's not surprised. He's not like.
I'm not saying they're not right about that, but I'm saying like his body language is legitimate. He's all kinds of sad and angry when he's
bent out of shape, bent into knots. And if he's not, then when Rowan Atkinson retires, he can take over as the next Mr. Bean because his body like
that guy is such a good actor.
I don't think they mean acting. I think they mean like he's reacting this way because he wants the clicks. You know what I mean? Not that he's an actor. I'm an actor.
That's a good point.
You know, it's like he's acting this way, like you're acting like a child because you want the clicks, or you're doing it because of clicks. Not, oh, he's a great actor and he's not really feeling this. He's feeling it,
you know what?
But instead of being like a man and just owning it up like the Atari creep did, and just taking it in and just dissociating with them and just not dealing with it, like he's lashing out like a child. So he's acting this way because it's getting him clicks instead of just saying, I'm not going to talk about it. I fucked up. They screwed me. Fuck him. That's it. You know what I mean? I think that's what they're saying, and that's why they're upset. It's like, yeah, you can talk your shit, but don't be a little bitch about it. That's all.
Right, but are they saying that he's being, quote unquote, what they always say, disingenuous? Is he being disingenuous? Is that not how he really feels or is? Because
I think that's how he feels and is, but it's like he just kind of like, come on, dude. You knew it. You milking it. Shut the fuck up. You knew how it was going, and now you're gonna do it for clicks. It's like just say your piece. Say your piece and then be done with it.
Isn't he just doing what Saggy Melons does? Isn't he just being real on YouTube and just being himself on YouTube, like, and for clicks and whatever?
If what he wants to do is go and get clicks and do whatever it is to get clicks, and yeah, he's being real.
Right.
Because we know how he is. He already admitted how he is, how he was on YouTube before. He did shit for clicks. He'll get into arguments for clicks. He'll do everything for clicks. So I'm gonna believe him.
He'll get on his knees for clicks.
But I'm saying $10,000 is, get your money. I'm not gonna say shit. I'm gonna tell you what it is, but whatever. We know it. I see it. You didn't have a change of heart. You're not fucking. I'm a good guy now. You're still like, Smash. You're still the same guy.
I believe
now you're at least coming clean with reality, and you're not gonna, back somebody who pretty much screwed you. At least we'll give you that much. You're not being a cuck. You're not getting screwed and being like, okay, here's my 10,000, and go ahead and just, fuck me over. At least you said something. But I mean, okay, that's enough, dude.
Well, I don't blame him because he'd be like, Tommy, you took me for a drive in the Ferrari.
Like maybe Tommy went over, like maybe Tommy went over the whole document and shit with him, but I don't think that they went out and told him, yeah, did you know Phil Adam used to be part of the Coleco Chameleon? And did you know that Intellivision used to be involved with Mike Kennedy? Like, I'm not sure that they explained that to him, and that may have come as a big shocker and just kind of started.
No, I think it was just that finding out was like a good excuse for him to be like, oh, this is what put me over the edge. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, it was right when everyone turned.
If that's what put you over the edge, then it's like, dude, it's like it takes a lot to put you over the edge. You know what I mean?
We'll never know. We will never know. Yeah. We'll never know. We'll find out one day.
I agree with that. I think it was just an excuse.
Actually, Dean, I think what we need for Relic is the song "We Built This Shitty."
The shit on something console.
We built this shitty
fucking console. Shitty. That's a San Francisco band, Jefferson Starship.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah,
we built this city.
We built this shitty, dude. We built this shitty for.
We built this
exclusivity.
Shitty, but we don't play with titties.
We built this shitty. We built this shitty for exclusivity. We built this shitty.
Break it out, Carl.
I don't remember.
Damn, I wish I knew all the lyrics. But...
now I'm grabbing the guitar.
You guys are cracking me up.
You're welcome.
Not Jason soon.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's something like it's like.
Yeah.
Nearly got it. Hey, he plays guitar better than Francois.
Yeah, it's like rock
and roll. We built this shit. We built this shitty. We built this shitty for exclusivity.
I think Francois is better than me. Technically, I've watched him play guitar. He is better.
Francois.
Yeah, it's better than me.
He'd be better if he stopped spending all his money on hookers and actually got some guitar lessons too.
Allegedly, he is a hooker.
Yeah.
This shitty.
He's certainly better than me.
He walks into like a Brazilian whorehouse and he's like, all right, I need a hot chick and I need her to tell her we're going to play the Amico. It's a family console. Anyone want to do it? Walking in, I suppose I will. How much is he paying?
Every and you guys can weigh in on this, but every Francois video that comes out, I think more and more, God, he's just a troll. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Like he was sitting in front of a fucking empty pool and it was cold. It was dark outside. It was like cloudy outside. And he goes, come to my Amico pool party. Everyone come and jump in the pool. It's the time for the Amico pool party. Like, almost like saying, like, probably, here, it's cold.
He's probably filming from a mental hospital. They're probably like, oh, let him outside and have a play in front of the pool with his phone.
He's like some kind of fucking international salesman or agent or something, and he's like in these hotels. It's a trip, but
must be a lonely man. Poor bugger.
Something's going on. That's the thing. It's either he's joking or you know, who knows. But
he's joking, or we need to call the nearest bloody facility. One of the two.
Well, I wonder how much like. Whoa. Good. Put some fucking Bluey on for those kids and calm them down for a second.
They're in the bathtub.
Okay.
So I gotta go mop the mess up soon.
It's okay, man. They just brought.
Hey, be quiet.
They just brought Bluey over here on the Disney Channel thing.
Did they?
Yeah, Disney Plus, and so like it's all fucking new here, and you watch and you're like, this is fucking weird. This is The Simpsons. What the fuck is this? You're like, I didn't know this was gonna be crap.
Kids love it. My kids not so much. They more like Power Rangers, Pokemon, stuff like that. But yeah, Bluey and Wiggles, I suppose,
Wiggles,
has a bit of the.
Oh, there's all kinds of Wiggles now. There's like 20 freaking Wiggles now. It's wild.
Yeah, can't beat the originals.
No. Well, I saw the thing where like the people who are grown go see the original ones in bars now and shit. Like the original ones got back.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah. What's up, Maria?
Yeah, what's up? How's it going?
Oh, I don't know. We're just people are talking mad shit in this podcast. So
G'day, mate. How you going? There you go, mate.
Ren and Skull, or Skull, also known as Carl, are just off the chain as they're Israel. People are just going wild, but as you know,
Raya knows I'm upset after I think she was there yesterday after my very bad comments at Segi's stream.
Oh, I didn't understand like the context because like I'm familiar with you from Tony's channel, and I thought you were like super cordial in the past, so I didn't know like the events before, you coming to the stream yesterday, so I was a little taken back.
Me and Sagi, we had like issues at the start, and then we sorted it out on Tony's stream, and then we were cool. And then I say comments in like live streams and that, but never anything about her. And then as soon as she was like, "Yeah, no, you were talking shit about me in comments," and after the shit I copped defending her, I lost my shit. I was like, you know what? Fuck this, and that was it. I was like, nah, went in full, she wanted to fight, I gave it. So, yeah, she's blocked me and run away, so I'm like, whatever. So that was basically it. Like, I asked for moderation, and she could have just said no, but she's like, no, I'm not putting you as a moderator because, and then she's like, oh, you said stuff about me in comments and I see it and stuff. And, there's probably friggin' copies of my account out there. I got no idea. I don't make videos and shit. But, yeah, that was it. I lost it. I was like, you know what? Fuck this bitch. She wants to fight. And she got it. And that was that. So she lost horribly. That was my opinion.
So you actually don't really have any negative feelings outside of like what happened like that day. So
yeah,
there's a chance for y'all to like reconcile. Is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think this time. We done it once, but yeah, this time it was just like, you know what? Because she said like I was saying stuff about her, and the amount of people on YouTube that have roasted me in comments and stuff because I've defended her, and then she turned around and put that on me. That was it. I was like, yeah, fuck this. So that's why I went in with the little person syndrome stuff. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
But I'll live another day. It's only someone on YouTube. I don't. Well, I kind of did wish her dead. I kind of did wish her dead on her stream, which was bad. But I really don't mean it. It's just a figure of term. Go play on the freeway. We throw it around here in Australia like nothing. So that was just my reaction.
Yeah. No, it just sucks. Like I don't like when I see my friends not getting along or folks that I'm cordial with, So it sucks.
Beef jerky reminding us that Beetlejuice, I love it, it's one of my favorites, but it is a PG movie where the guy screams, "Nice fucking model."
The 80s like PG movies are so weird. Like 16 what is the movie called? Like
with, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like that's a PG movie, but it has so much effed up stuff in it.
You know what I think it was? I think that movies that came out before, it's either Temple of Doom or the other Indiana Jones movies. Like that's what it was made.
Oh, it rips the heart out.
It didn't exist. Yeah, so like they didn't want it to be rated R, so they kind of created PG-13 around Indiana Jones shit. So I don't know, but that's what
me as a kid watching that. This is a cool movie. Rips his heart out. Me, what the fuck did I just watch?
Yeah. I think like Star Wars was rated PG and they got changed to PG-13 and they might have got changed back. But yeah, Temple of Doom. That's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I'm not a big Indiana Jones guy, but Temple of Doom was my favorite.
God, I love it. Indiana Jones is like fucking my top franchise.
Well, yeah, I like the Disneyland ride. I like the Disneyland ride, and I like the Temple of Doom. Controversial statements.
Oh yeah, that ride is awesome. I rode it for the first time.
All right, I'm back.
Last year.
Bro, hella cool. Yeah, it's hella cool, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's
I went on the Wiggles teacups. That was fun.
Wiggles teacups.
Dude, I don't know why people sleep on the Wiggles though. Like,
I can play the
Wiggles. They
Wiggles
had some bangers back in the day.
Man, they are so popular here. Every time there's like a little tour in Australia, sold out, and you go there and the fucking kids are going nuts, ripping the theaters to bits. It's cool. It's like a little kid rager, man. It's actually like a Travis Scott concert for kids.
All right, you ready for some Wiggles? Ready for some Wiggles?
Bring it on.
Do the propeller, do the propeller, do the propeller, we're going up and up and up, and then we stop.
Nah, Dean TV, I don't like Doctor Who at all. It's like shit. It's shit. I would not give Doctor Who the steam off my turd. I'm more of a what would I be more of? I like that new Vox Machina on Amazon Prime. I like that. That's more my sort of thing. What else? What else do I like? X-Files. I like that. That's sort of my generation thing. Fringe. Fringe, yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is good.
Okay.
I like that old 80s fantasy stuff too. Conan, all that. That's fucking sick.
Okay. I hate Doctor Who. I hate Doctor Who because they just recycle the same content over and over. It's like watching a million subscription YouTuber.
I don't like some of them. I never really watched Doctor Who. My brother likes it a lot. But the thing that I think is the coolest thing in the fucking world is that, like, the first episodes of it don't exist anymore. They've just been completely fucking lost to time. So, like, nobody really knows how it started, which is insane. Like, they may have some scripts, and they may have, like, some little bits and pieces that... I like any kind of series that's like that, where we just don't know where the hell it started. Like, it's interesting to me.
Some of the chicks are hot in the Doctor Who show, the later ones, but that's about it.
Some of the concepts are cool. Those like angel things, where if you look at them, the angel statue things, and like.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that on TV years ago. That was where they look at them and they move or some shit will kill you.
If you don't know about Doctor Who, like you said, it's recycled. But like if you don't know about Doctor Who, it's like a lot of it is like really wild ideas, but they don't have good props, so they just use like really simple props. And they'll like the main example is they use a telephone booth. They're like, no, this is our time machine, and like so you can do it with a smaller budget, like initially, and they'll just use these angel statues and they'll just move them when the person isn't looking, and they'll say, oh no, that represents something else. It's not what it looks like, and it's just this whole world of this isn't what it looks like, so you just believe us, and it's just a weird. It's interesting in that level.
I like the earlier seasons of the X-Files. The later ones, I just didn't care for.
I love X-Files, Star Trek. Like I said, Lord of the Rings. Star Wars is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Mandalorian. It's amazing.
Yeah. I just finished Boba Fett and Mandalorian up to where they're at right now. Those are good.
Yeah. I mean,
I watched all of them. I'm
gonna say something about Mandalorian. Okay, that's going to make a few people mad. To make the Mandalorian good at all, they literally had to drag it as far away from the Star Wars universe as possible.
Kinda, but if you keep watching it, it pulls it right back into it.
Because
there's such an expanded world in it, though. They can get away with doing that, if that makes sense.
I mean, don't forget. You're still don't forget. You're still watching an orphan, with mysterious powers, hold a laser sword.
I know.
And you're watching people wear masks.
Okay.
It's very fucking similar. Like it's always.
What I mean is like, like the way the Mandalorians mysteriously never knew about the Jedi except the one at the end. I mean, give me a break.
Okay. I mean, to defend that, the idea in Star Wars is they don't have like the internet. They don't have like collective communication.
Yeah, but everyone knew about the Jedi.
So, dude, in Star Wars, not everyone knows about anything because there's like no centralized communications. That's why Leia has to load things into R2 and then send R2 across the fucking distance.
Okay,
and there's not many Jedis either. They're very few.
Yeah, like things are distributed. Knowledge is distributed through like physical media and shit. Like it's a fucking weird world that doesn't match ours. So like knowledge is shared in bizarre ways. And like also,
all right. That's a good point. You're the only one who's been able to put it so logically.
And that's like what keeps it a high fantasy and like keeps it in a medieval setting in a sort of theoretical way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll accept that.
It always comes back to that when I watch it, and it's like they get a little bit away from that in the prequels, but they've gone back to that in the new one where it's like that's part of the explanation as to why it is that weird. Now, on the other hand, there's like all these series in Star Wars. There's like all these series of circumstances where it's like that wouldn't happen. That's too big of a coincidence. But that's explained by like, the Force is bringing all these people together and setting these circumstances and coincidences up through the Force. But yeah.
So what you're saying is the Force.
A lot of it relies on coincidence, but the coincidence is like because the Force is making it happen.
So what you're saying is the Force is responsible for the Intellivision Amico. Is that right?
Exactly, bringing it back to the front. Yeah. Which one is the Sith? It was one of us called it Sith Lords. I think it was Turbo Joe. He's like, these fucking Sith Lords, they just want us to hate on the Amico. But I said
you can call me a Sith Lord because I'd force choke him any day.
I mean, we're just the rebels. The guys with the big giant channels like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Those are the Jedi.
Hey, I'm a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a Sith Lord. I just like happy endings. That's all. I'm weird like that.
I'm just Max Rebo. I'm just the guy playing music at Jabba's Palace. Leave me alone.
I liked the thing I liked about The Mandalorian. It was basically a space western.
Yeah, it had the same elements as most of the stuff. Regular Star Wars is a space western too. You look at Solo and the bars and shit. I mean,
no, I mean like a
man,
space.
anything with Harrison Ford is the shit. Is the shit. That man is like the best actor ever, and he didn't start till he was like 40 and a carpenter, and he was a carpenter.
So are you saying that you think Indiana Jones: The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is a good movie? Is that what you're saying?
I'd watch it. Let me put it that way. It's not the best. I'd watch it.
I agree. I like it. It's not the worst. I mean, it's not as bad as people say it is.
Most movies are woke trash these days.
I mean, it's not the Temple of Doom. Let's be honest about that. I'm not kidding. The best scene in that movie was a monkey brain scene.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh yeah,
the second one, yeah,
made me hungry watching that. We eat monkey brains down here.
Oh yeah, it's good. You just gotta cook it right. It's like rice. You gotta steam it or something. You can't just like boil it straight up.
Steamed monkey brains.
JK.
Fried monkey brains.
Everything
deep fried.
Oh my lord!
I know those Australian children. They're gonna think it's like Tommy Amico's got his kids up at 10 at night and they're yelling.
I can just see it now. Darius Truxton. Did you see what Tommy Amico did? Keeping his kids up late at night, just like Pete.
Yeah, exactly. No, those people are on the other side of the world. Oh goodness.
So let me ask you parents something. If the Amico came out, would you threaten to buy it for your kids as punishment?
No, my kids would think they would think it's cool. Like, they don't care. Like, you give them anything, they'll think it's cool. Kids are pretty open.
My kids would probably pack their bags and leave home, so...
Yeah, my kids are young. They don't know what's cool and not cool.
Yeah.
In front of them.
Mine are too. Mine are like... My youngest is like a month, and then my oldest is like 13, and I've got like 6 kids. I'd probably say the youngest would still stay, but the rest would probably pack their bags and leave in disgust. That's just my guess.
I mean, is that the only console in the house? Like, is that the condition of this hypothetical?
No, everybody in the world has fucking tablets for their kids. Sorry to break it to you, but if you're gonna buy an Amico, you already bought a tablet for your kid. Let's be real.
Tablets
are like $50. They're like $50, and they're super safe. Like, I mean, the content you can put on there.
Yeah, and like, since the tablets were invented, like, sexual relations between partners have gone through the roof. You know what I mean? Like. You just turn that on and away you go.
I mean, it's like, the parents are looking at Karma Sutra books and looking up all these positions. How'd they do it? Did they do it like that?
I'm talking about kids' tablets. I'm talking about, you can buy
the parents' tablets. Okay, sorry.
You can buy like Amazon tablets for $50 that have like constraints on kids.
They like got the... And they're drop-proof things, like you could get like lip pads too, like that are like tablets.
Yeah,
and they're like drop-proof.
I can't imagine. To be fair, Fire tablets are already freaking indestructible already. In fact, we bought my mom the Fire 8 HD Plus, and we only got the protection thing for her because and that is a just in case method. She still uses it. She loves it.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're incredibly cheap, and I mean, it's not. You think, okay, a tablet. You can literally sit next to your kid while they're on a tablet if they're a small kid and like watch it as they do it with them. It's not a thing where they have to do it alone. I mean, of course, yeah. For multiplayer stuff, a Switch. a Switch is the way to go. I mean, a normal person. I mean, that's what I feel like. If you made it this far through the pandemic and through everything else, it would be hard to find anybody that's looking for a video game console but doesn't have one, at least in terms of a phone or a tablet or something.
I had a PS5 and a Series X, but I sold them. I just use a Switch, like, because I like gaming on the go, like laying in bed, with like the Switch sitting on my go.
I'm pretty close to doing that myself, honestly. My dad helped me decide on the OLED, as a matter of fact.
That's all. I've just got an OLED, and it's all I use.
So that's the thing. I didn't go on today, but I think today was the day that Nintendo did the free trial for the new Nintendo Switch game.
They're supposed to be really doing some kind of special enhanced graphics options for that game and a few others in the future, I think. I'm not sure what specifically.
Last year, there was a lot of news stories popping up about people trying to buy Nintendo Wiis on eBay and other sites like that, and they were going up in price. And because people wanted to play Wii Sports, so it looks like Nintendo took the notice and is making the Wii Sports game, which is, that's what part of Intellivision Amico was going after, that market, and it looks like Nintendo is also going after that market. And it makes me wonder, I've said this before, it really makes me wonder if we're going to see a version of the Switch that doesn't have a screen, that comes for a cheaper price and is like a TV-only one.
That's a good idea.
I wonder if they would bigger Joy-Cons that look more like Wiimotes or anything like that.
I'll tell you what I did. I actually put together a list of games for the Switch that would be kind of like the Amico Packin' titles.
Yeah. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. Or even I was thinking about that, and then I was thinking about, when you watch Amico After Dark and they go, hey, wouldn't it be great if they made this game? Wouldn't it be great if they made Contra, but it's like colorful and stuff? I'd be like, here's the Switch game that's that. Like everything they say, every game,
like
every idea they have for Tommy.
Yeah.
Like,
here's
I'm
my
actually
list.
kind of curious.
Here's my list that I kind of came up with: Carnival games, Clubhouse games.
Oh yeah, there's a shitload of them. What were you gonna say, Rhea? Hold on, let Rhea.
What were you saying, Rhea?
Yeah, I was actually really curious to hear you, Oyumiko, expand more on like why he's like more adverse to having multiple consoles in the home. Like I know you're I think your phrasing of it was redundant hardware.
Yeah, like it's to me. So I just don't like collecting a lot of crap. So like if I have a vinyl record and a CD and the MP3s, like let's try to get rid of some of them. You know what I mean? And so like I don't want like a PS3 and an Xbox 360. They're just like really similar, and like I just don't want to collect too much shit, especially when you have kids and they have their own toys. I mean, I don't collect stuff. Like that's part of why I'm different than a lot of these guys. I've always been a handheld gamer, and I like taking everything with me. So I like the digital option. I like the digital option because I like online sales, and I like when an online sale happens and I can get it for real cheap. There's just a million reasons. I don't like the dust. I don't like losing cartridges. I don't like having them stolen and all these. There's just different reasons. I understand the reasons why people like the physical, but me personally, just the way I am, me and Ren of Heavens are in the minority, but that's how I've always felt about it. So
I sold off my gaming collection. There's no point. Like, it's just dust collectors. You don't have almost, and all it is a flex. You sit there and fuck yeah, I got thousands of games. And then at the end of the day, it's like...
the music equipment takes up a lot of space, like having guitars, amps, and shit like that. That takes a lot of space. So trying to minimize the gaming thing is nice. And it's... So, yeah, and that's the other thing. I just don't like having lingering shit. Everyone's different, but I try to share all the space with my kids and everyone in my family and my wife who live in the house and stuff. So, like, hey, we can all use these consoles and stuff. But I have some things that still need to get sold off, and it's a process, But
as well, in 30 years, think of it. Man, most video games, like once there's a new turn in like physical media, if there ever is, if it just sticks all digital, 30 years, video games are just going to be like VHS tapes. pick it up. Oh yeah, that's cool. And then it's like,
there it is. Yeah, and I was thinking like, okay, so with I bought the cheapest TV at Costco. I don't know you guys know what Costco is, just like a bargain store. I bought the
we have them here.
Yep, we got one here. Yep,
the cheapest big TV there, and like I'm pretty convinced that the whatever system is running that smart TV is better and more powerful than what's in an Amico. So to me, like super redundant hardware. It's like plugging something. It's like if I plugged a video card into this computer to like have the video work a little bit shittier. Like why? It's fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
Like I just don't get it. It's like, people do that sometimes with musical equipment. Like they plug their guitar into some pedal or some piece of garbage that's like redundant, and it starts making it sound shittier. And you're just like, why are you doing that? Like your amp's really nice and has nice distortion. Why'd you buy this thing that sits in front of it and makes it crappier?
Yeah.
Like, what?
For sure.
Especially, you know, it comes to I don't think they're there yet with cloud streaming on Switch.
No.
But if they get there in the next system, I'm interested in that. The networks and everything. Now I know that's something that's better if you live in a major city than if you live in a rural area, but I mean I'm all for physical media too. Like I buy physical media too.
Same, yep.
But
it's the thing is like too, the generation of our kids growing up now, right? The generation of kids now, they don't give a fuck about a physical game. Right. They're all about they're the digital era people. In 30 years, they're going to be like, look at my library of digital games. They're not going to.
My personal background with like the punk rock music stuff, I've seen a lot of people get pushed out of the hobby because they couldn't afford like physical records, and other people being like, well, you're not a real punk because you just have MP3s, so you're not a real rock and roll guy. You're not a real punk rocker. You don't own like the 1977 pressing like I do. And it's just like, you're edging people out of the hobby and making your hobby shittier and weaker by having like this elitism of like, no, I got this fucking graded one that's perfect condition, and you're a fucking loser because you got MP3.
I mean, me personally, I buy physical media to say conserve space on my card. Which yes, I haven't used all 500 gigabytes on my card, but still, I like to just.
I did because I buy a lot. Sometimes I go for the games that are on sale for 99 cents because I just like that's part of my interest in Amico is I like real simple foolish games, and I like playing around with stuff and playing with toys and stuff, and I like to go through emulators and just go through every game and things like that. So
are you into Legos?
A little bit. I have a few sets. Yeah.
I love Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always like one of those kids that like was like really quiet, which explains my poor communication skills. But yeah, like I would always like stuff that like I could just like kind of distract myself with, whether it be like a handheld video game, like similar to you. I was more of a handheld like kid growing up, or like puzzles or Legos, just things that like someone will see me doing something and they'll leave me the fuck alone and just like let me like vibe in my own like little like bubble. So yeah.
Rhea is the one who goes around buying up all the Lego sets.
See, Legos for me is like social. It's like me and my brother had to throw all of them into a big bin and like fight over like pieces and like share them all. It's the way I look at Legos sometimes, but it's like this social thing a little bit, but it's interesting now.
Give me a minute.
Collecting Legos is a quick path to the poorhouse. Yeah, there was this guy in the paper, and what he did with Legos was he would go to like Target and Walmart and shit, and he would buy like the $3 and $5 Legos, or like sometimes the $10 to $30 Legos, like Star Wars Legos. But he would also buy like the $80 and $90 ones. What he would do is he would copy, like high quality printer, copy the barcodes and like print them out and paste them onto the cheaper ones. And then he'd bring them back up to the store clerks, and the store clerks would scan like a $30 Star Wars Lego, and it would come up as like $90. But they'd be like, yeah, Star Wars Legos are a fucking ripoff. Like, okay, it says Star Wars Lego. Okay, like, yeah, okay, here's your $90 back. And like the guy The guy got greedy though, and got caught because he kept doing it, and he had hundreds of thousands of dollars, and like finally they caught up with him.
Damn.
Yeah, there's only so many Lego stores or retailers that sell Legos. Like he's bound
Yeah.
to, you know, have a case built up on him.
Yeah, like if he had gone to more cities or done different things, or he was just too much of a pattern on his crime. But holy moly, it was like, Lord. I think you
Man,
could do that.
but it sucks because anything that's hobby wise or nerd wise these days is just so scalpable. Like
Right.
anyone, you know, everything,
Well-
trading cards, fucking Pokemon, video games, board games.
That's part of the shitty thing about like nerd culture getting popular. It's awesome that nerd culture got popular. I'm happy. I like it. But part of the shitty things is that it becomes like nerds are collectors, nerds are completionists. Like there's a lot of shit you can exploit if you're just looking for money. And nerds are nostalgic. They think with their heart sometimes. They get in romance and sexual stuff maybe quicker than other people. They just are sometimes easier to prey on because they're nerds.
Yeah.
I have an interesting theory as well that I actually got from someone else who mentioned this. So like, and it made sense to me, so I'll quote it. So basically, like folks like in my age bracket, like in like millennials, like in their, you know, like late 20s, like 30s onward, stuff like that. Like we make enough to, you know, be comfortable-ish, maybe like living with like housemates, you know, if we're but basically like able to like live outside of the house, a lot of us, but not actually like afford a house of our own, or even like if we live with parents and we're working, we're saving money, but it's not enough to, you know, buy a house or, you know, do things like that. So we have what could be perceived as like extra income to do like these leisure, you know, like collecting hobbies like you were describing, and kind of like fill a void of like not being able to like, you know, afford a lifestyle that past generations have had, but still fulfill that, you know, that absence of like material things like, you know, like high-end video games or toys and other stuff like that we didn't have growing up. At least like for me, like that logic resonated with me because it's totally true, because as a kid, I didn't really have access to a lot of like the consoles and games and toys and stuff that I collect now. And although I'm not like in a position where I can be a house owner in California, I still have the means to be able to, you know, enjoy my hobbies, which is collecting right now.
Well, yeah, I would say even back in the day, if you had the money and you were just like had money to blow and you were doing whatever, you would go to the store and they just didn't have Ninja Gaiden, and they weren't going to have Ninja Gaiden, and you weren't going to fucking see it ever. And there would just be games and things, collectibles that you just never saw again. And there was no way to get them. You were just never going to fucking find this crap again sometimes. And so like, that's why people, like Macaulay Culkin and people like that were, just had an advantage where they had people out hunting for them for their collections back in the 90s. But the average person, even with a good amount of money, was never going to have just ways to find this crap. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
for me,
scarcity and FOMO.
Like for me, when I was younger, like say, I think I was in 1999, I was 13. So like, and then new consoles would come out there, but the town I lived in was so small, and we had a toy world there. And they'd literally like get in one copy of a game because that's all they could get, and like maybe one PS2 and one Xbox. And it was like whoever was first in, best dressed. And then like you just had to wait for more to come in. It was, because it was such a small town community. And then, you know, you'd have to drive like to the next city if you wanted to get things like that, which like made you appreciate having the games more, you know? Yeah,
I would say like, it makes me think again of like being in the rock scene back then, and we would go to like the public library and we would find like old 80s alternative bands that you just didn't see their CDs, and we would just copy dozens of tapes for our friends because you just
our library does that still.
Yeah, like, and back then you weren't gonna fucking find this shit. You weren't gonna find Cure albums. Like you might find the greatest hits at a record store, but that was maybe it. Maybe one other record, but that it was just weird, you know. But and emulation it just all burst out at once. So we just kind of got everything
Yeah.
at once.
Emulation was so good back like in the early 2000s.
Mind blowing.
It was so good. It was like, fuck, I can play this game.
We got them on handhelds, and we got them on the DS, and we got them on the phones, and it's fucking
on the
crazy.
computer at school. It was awesome.
Computer at work. I remember we were in keychain USB with the NES game and the emulators and pop the thing into work. And for the boss game, I just pull the thing out.
Fuck yeah. Man.
Really, it was like that though. I mean, someone said the cure, yeah, nerds. But I mean, that's the thing. What I was thinking is though, like back in the day, there wasn't it wasn't commodified. Like there are just things made to make you want shit now. Or there's companies that sell games in packs of 8. And
well, when I was doing my IT course, my boss used to work for Shell Petrol. And he said their most precious thing that they have, which most companies want, that IT was there to protect, was the psychological information they have on how to get their customers more, things they could do in the store, like where they could place things to sell things better, just stuff like that, data.
The mind games data.
Yep, that data was like the most precious thing they could have because,
it's funny because we always talk about like Nintendo. A lot of times just bails and screws that up because, and I mean, only that's from an American perspective. A lot of times, Nintendo Japan just do shit in weird ways, and everyone goes, "Why are they doing that? Why are they?" And I'm like, remind you guys, this is a Japanese company, and they're like, that's their first and foremost, and then. That's just how they run it because that's been successful for them like all along the way, while other companies are a little bit more mindful of the States. But it didn't work out for Sega. They were more into USA. It didn't work out for them. Nintendo shied away from it for whatever reason. But
I love Sega.
Sometimes your products just fucking sell. They just are that good of a fucking product, and just what people want at the right time. And
it's all about timing.
Yeah, like it took forever for Animal Crossing to hit over here, or Fire Emblem, or any of these things. But when they did, like it wasn't a matter of it wasn't a matter of them being put in the right aisle, as far as I'm concerned. Like that Wii U game with Animal Crossing party game was shoved down people's throats, and nobody wanted it. Like there are certain times when it just can't be presented right. On the other hand, there are things where you present everything wrong, like Amico, and it's just. The other kind of wrong where
it's just what done Amico in. What they don't realize what done them in. It's just the PR, the promises, the getting on the streams. I'm giving you this, I'm giving you that, and it's like you ain't giving us shit, motherfucker. Like it's just.
Well, that's why
gosh.
That's why some people have alleged that it's maybe not to get the sort of end user, but to get the investors, because a lot of the end users, we were all sort of very interested from the onset. Like you said, we're all handheld gamers, and we all like the concept of a screen system and a family system and a simple game system, but they lost us along the way, like you said, a lot of us. So,
I was a massive fan when I first heard of it. Like, I was like, holy shit, $10 fuck, the games are going to be great, but like $10 games in a supermarket in Australia. Eventually, I was like, this is
Jim and Toe Jam and Earl, $10, and like it worked.
Lost it, dropped the ball.
Physical media, $159 system. Yeah,
he should have just stayed away from the YouTubers. That's all I could say. YouTube and the code he built just destroyed the Amico. Like,
I mean, here's the truth about the people like Retrobro. They're not, and the consumers, they're nothing to consumers. Consumers don't care about people like Retrobro.
Right, if the product is good enough, it will be okay. Yeah, that's true. Like PewDiePie isn't.
You know who they're going to care about? They're going to care about Metal Jesus or Radical Reggie or Mad Little Pixel or RGT. Those are the guys who are going to drag.
I would say YouTube's truly irrelevant. Like, PewDiePie has messed up so many things so many times, and people just overlook it. And you see that with other YouTubers, that it's kind of irrelevant in the mainstream to some degree. But it's like the game.
I'm of the opinion.
It's like Among Us is famous. Not anybody who plays Among Us Among Us is famous, and Fortnite, and anything else is just trickle off the side of that.
And the thing is too, to me, YouTube is killing a generation in a sense. Younger people think that I drop my daughter right to her classroom, and it says, "What do I want to be when I grow up?" 90% of them have YouTuber written on there, and in my head, I'm like, you cannot make a living off YouTube. It's like throwing a penny in a pile of rocks off a cliff, and that's the chance you have of getting famous and making a living on YouTube. It's like, what happened to wanting to be an astronaut, a firefighter, a police officer, something that can contribute to society, and now they all want to be on YouTube.
I don't know, like, that's just their version of, like, rock star or wrestler or whatever the asshole kids used to say, ninja, when we were fucking young, you know what I mean? That's just their version of that. I don't mean ninja, the Twitch guy. I mean, like, they wanted to be, kids wanted to be actually fucking ninjas when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't be a fucking ninja. Get off.
Yeah, that's fair. You've got a point there.
I think I think there's some merit to, like, just like YouTubing for the sake of YouTubing, like, the sense of like community. Like, Amico, you were saying, like, oh, during like the pandemic when it was like at its worst, like there weren't that many people able to like hang out. So, like, similar to you, I ended up in a lot of like YouTube communities because of like that lack of like interpersonal, like in-person like stuff that I was missing. So,
but like, kids should understand career goals. I get it, but it's the same thing when you want to be a rock star when you grow up. Like, people are like, you're not one, but they're like, maybe you can work on a cruise ship, or maybe you can like teach lessons or something. And I'm like, that's not a bad life either, like that might work. But it's with YouTube, you go, oh, maybe you can work on there'll be other platforms when you grow up, and maybe they'll be better, and you never know what'll happen.
Yeah, that's true. Suckers. That's fair.
Who knows? Or maybe they'll be worse. Just don't go on OnlyFans, kids. Please.
Hey,
please,
they might not even. They might
There's
not
nothing
even
wrong
see.
with OnlyFans. Just
sorry, for me.
Rhea, do you have your own OnlyFans page?
Not as far as you know.
Oh, the best OnlyFans page to go look up.
Lady Decade.
No. Ew. Go No. Who's the mukbang dude again? The Nico Avocado. Go look at his.
You mean
I
fucking
dare ya.
God.
I dare you to go look at it.
No, thank you.
I watch a guy in Australia called Isaac Butterfield. I don't know if any of you have heard of him, but he's like our number one YouTuber. Every Australian loves him. Look him up. And he buys like odd people's like OnlyFans, and he reacts to them, and he's like, okay, it's Nikocado here. He's got his asshole spread, and yep, I'm off. And he's like, this is the most disturbing stuff I have ever seen in my life.
Have you ever heard of a thing called Feral Book?
No.
Okay, it's like an Instagram thing, and it's just insane. I guess they're Australian, maybe New Zealand. Like, a lot of them are on meth and stuff. It's just insane things that were uploaded on Facebook by like random people who live down there.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I'm like, whoa! I need to find like the California version of this. This is fucking so entertaining.
Man, we have a pretty bad.
Please echoing.
Someone's echoing.
Yeah, you're good.
We have our pandemic here isn't coronavirus. No one really cares about it here. We just want to get on with our life. We do what the government says. Fuck it. We want to get on. But what the worst thing is like literally we do have a drug pandemic here. There is so many people.
I've never seen like sourced videos that weren't police videos that are just like people filming themselves tweaking on meth and saying crazy shit, and then just get sourced onto other people's platforms. That's bonkers. Like, it might exist. I'm not saying we don't have it here, but it's interesting.
Yeah, we got people here, young people, old people, teeth missing, sunken face, skinny, covered in homemade tats, and it's everywhere. Like, we have an ice problem here, a serious one.
I smoke weed and stuff, but kids, don't play with crystal meth. Anybody out there, you don't want to mess with it. A rich person, old person, it could ruin your life. I know people.
Who's in the private chat there?
And Tommy Amico is telling you to stay away from it. You need to listen.
Yeah, and stay away from opiates and pills. I've known people that died and people I was in bands with.
Well,
and friends.
I'm stuck on opioids. I've been on them for like since 2017. 2017,
I'm one of the
I
few
take them.
kids that those anti-drug commercials actually worked on. Like I've never done anything but drink.
Well, be careful, Renner.
Hey, well, I've been on them for your information. I'll have you know those don't do drugs commercials worked on me.
That's good.
I lived pretty rough, so it's like whatever. I've done a lot of stuff. I don't drink anymore though, but I do.
Yeah, but you're
take
Australian.
Don't take
it's practically in your DNA.
Well, I can't drink because of the medication I'm on because I take opioids. I don't take heavy ones. I take codeine every day. So I take like 6 a day, roughly 30 milligrams.
Don't start taking 12 and then 20 and then calling people for blue pills and then calling people.
It's weird because I never go. I always what it says on the box. I always stick to that.
Right,
I've never gone over. It's weird. Like
good, hide it from the kids. Don't let them pull it out and try to take them. They're teenagers now. They're gonna start looking for your shit. Don't let them, man. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I'll slide sleeping tablets. I'll just mix them.
I don't think it's the real DJC. Let's see. Who is this? Is this going to be pornography?
Oh, yeah. Hope so. Fingers crossed.
It's the,
hey, how's it going? This is the real DJC.
It's Dean JC. He's here.
Oh, it's good to see you. How's the Amico going?
The girl, Dean TV JC, yes. Good to see you.
JC, bro.
Well, we're just doing a commercial. The DJC used to have a drinking problem, but you've since now calmed down a little bit and become more chilled out. Good to know. I don't have much to say, Dean or DJ. Mariah's like, I'm done. She's like,
I'm going to do exactly how DJC does on this.
See, this is just kind of a chill cast now because they're, Amico, we won and it's kind of done and who knows? My mic isn't working, sucks, gotta go. All right, man, it's another one who wants to get out. We're talking to our buddies in Australia.
Australia. It's Australia. It's a typo.
Sorry, what happened? I missed it. I just went to put a shirt on ready.
Oh, Potion, if you get your mic working, I'll let you come in and shout Raya. Raya's got to go. But you can always run your own streams, too. I mean, I want other people to run other streams for me to join. Potion doesn't run them yet, does he?
I don't know.
I don't have much else in terms of subjects. I guess we go AMA. Oh shit! There he is. There's the looking good.
I've done face reveals before, so I'm cool with it.
Oh, yeah.
I've done it on Tony's stream ages ago.
That's good.
We can just listen to Dean talk some more. That was great.
Yeah.
Dean.
He killed it on Saggy's channel the other day.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna just say, does anyone know better than me? Have we seen the board of the Amico yet? Has it been shown as a board, or is it possible? Is it an off-the-shelf board?
The Borg.
There was a video like showing all the pieces, right?
Yeah, and did we see the board? I don't know. I've always wondered because as far as like working prototype, I don't know if they're all different. If there's one uniform board, they said they had to redesign it for the chips, but it's still a question I have.
Fucking phone to sit.
What they actually mean is the Borg. They want to assimilate everyone.
Resistance is futile.
Inseminate everyone.
That Borg queen wasn't that bad looking. She was all right.
No,
she was a baddie.
A drunk night out, you'd give it a go.
Sure. Picard, the cutest of Borg. He was the cutest of Borg, wasn't he?
The cutest.
He was the
cutest.
He was the cutest of Borg. You painting like Warhammer models?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome,
part of my job.
Oh, that's awesome. So I've always been interested in Warhammer and the lore and the minis. Oh, that's awesome. I've always dug it, but I would never have the patience to paint or build those things. That's not for me. So
I would like that, but I've only done it for 6 months. But
it looks
now I'm
awesome.
painting for people and getting paid. So once you get into it, it's pretty sweet.
Is it for you, like, say, Astro Smash?
I think that's so cool. It's just not. It wouldn't fit my lifestyle, but that's so cool, man.
Dean, what in the world are you doing?
DJCing.
DJC, bro. Devastating just call.
Devastating just call.
Are you drinking that syrupy piss water they call Tab?
Not today, bro.
Bust us a rap out, DJC. Give us a rap.
You lip sync. What's up, everyone? I'm DJC. Buddy.
And I smell like pee.
I don't know what else to say. I got all the DJ gear set up.
Hello, I'm DJC. My name rhymes with P.
Yeah, I don't know. DJC is a good guy. I mean, he's never acknowledged I exist, so that's probably for the best. I used to like him more than Smash JT. I used to like really root for him and stuff. Then he got sour against Tony. He started the Macaroni Muppet thing. Started getting more angry. But I still think he's a jolly fellow, though. I don't hold it against him. I love him.
He looks like he steals cars.
I'm sure I do too. I told you I look like Dave from GameSack, so I'm sure I look that way too.
What's DJC got to say?
DJC? You got what you do. I'll tell you how to do a DJC. You like do like your fingers in front of the thing, and then you be like, "That's what they call a flamingo trick." No, they don't.
Does he actually do that?
He'll like do a finger trick, and then he'll name it, and he'll say, and he says a lot of times, "That's what they call."
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Here's a finger trick.
Yeah, and he'll be like, "That's what they call a finger wiggle." No, they don't. He'll say that a lot. No, they don't.
This is what I do in your mom. No, it isn't. No.
Yeah, exactly. He like totally. That's not what I said. He constantly denies things he just said. He's funny. I still enjoy. I enjoy his videos because I love absurd comedy and I love random humor. So I'll watch some DJC like Flamingo videos on. I enjoy it. Like outside of all the Amico shit, and even when he's talking about Amico, talking about games, like I just enjoy his presence and his.
What does he do to the Flamingo?
Like this is like I said, this has been a distraction this whole time. Even if I leave, I'll probably keep watching DJC as long as he's uploading. Like this has been just a pleasure.
From jail. Uploading from jail for tax evasion.
Oh no, allegedly, Carl. It's just a comedy podcast, Carl.
I'm gonna dip out, but I just wanted to hop in and
yeah, nice having you.
Warehouse Dave wants to know where we're all from.
See you later.
See you later.
Is gonna go.
Oh, good. Now that Ray is here, I can turn my camera on.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yo.
Oh God.
You gotta do the.
Right on. No, we're a Mad Max mask.
Oh, man, if he's had that for years, could you imagine how bad that thing would smell? Put it on.
Even the real Mandalorian, like, what's he got?
When he takes it off, it's just like slime. When he like sweaty slime, like smell like ass crack under his helmet.
I was watching The Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian gets a new ship, and it's like a little one-seater fighter pilot. I'm like, why would he? Why would he ship that you can't even like take a piss in? Like, what the? And then I was like, dude, we never all this Star Wars stuff. We've never even seen one of their toilets, have we?
Because the fighter wings, they have this little thing that they put in their,
like
it's a plumbing connector.
They put a catheter in.
Oh, Lord.
No. That'll explain why the Sith are so pissy.
He'd probably just pull over in space, just stand up on the thing, hang it out, and drive off. Fair enough.
He's like a bounty hunter, and he picked a ship where he couldn't like put a passenger for if he wanted to like arrest somebody, but
could fit like
You gotta
drag
pick
them
up
out.
some-
He'd just drag them out the back by a rope.
Pick up some
Get
Foxy
hyperspace.
Sith at the next truck stop.
Lord, good, yeah. The guys did too. They were like, because now the X-wing pilots, like Luke's X-wing, those guys are like the cops now in the Mandalorian Boba Fett world. They play them like the fucking mustache cops, and like that too. Like, why would you want that car? You can't even fucking get out and take a piss. Like, and what are they gonna do if they arrest somebody? They're in a fucking X-wing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what are you going to do about it? I'll come out and get you, sure.
Shoot me to death with your fucking 4 lasers. Like,
There we go.
yeah, we're gonna shoot you to death. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit. If I had known, I would have kicked Ray out earlier.
Well, I think DJC's setting up in the back there.
Can you be shirtless in Skyrim? Is that an option?
Oh, yeah. If you're not, you mean with clothes or without?
I mean, you can you be like a shirtless, like no shirt? Or what do you have to have, like,
so for the women, for the ladies, the Nords have this have a few options.
I'm talking about the lusty Argonian maid.
Well, she could put her into the ancient Nord armor, which is basically, I'm not kidding, just leather straps, metal plates, buckles, and that's basically it. Basically, it could pass for bondage gear. I'm not even joking.
We used to call it the ancient nude outfit.
I mean, you can see their backs. They're pretty naked. You even get side boob.
Wow. I've not played a female. I've not played a female character yet. Well, you
It's
can
really.
you can dress some of the characters you're walking with and give them items, right? Can I dress that vampire chick that way?
It really depends. There's like some kind of you have to meet certain requirements.
No, they don't.
I wonder. It really depends. And then there's the Savior's hide. Or if you want to show lots of leg, the Stormcloak officer's armor.
TJC was doing that shit during the Phil Adam interview, right?
I wonder. Yeah, so
is there now really mods on the, are there Skyrim mods on the PC for full nudity yet?
Oh yeah, there have been for years.
Ooh,
have you seen the Morrowind one? Elder Scrolls 3 one? You're running around and you jump swapping around.
I have no doubt. Yeah.
Like a cape or something, huh? Oh Lord.
I think DJC's reading a porn mag.
You're hitting a dab. He's painting fucking like miniatures, like Warhammer miniatures. He thinks you're rigging up a fucking dab to smoke. Yeah, he's at the torch, man. Yeah, no.
You have to give us a face reveal one day, Tommy. Or Nico.
I told you, my face reveal. I'm Dave from GameSack. Like if you mix both,
know who that is.
If you took both of the guys from GameSack and you mixed them into like one person, that's just what I look like. But I have really red, squinty eyes because I'm just like those.
If he shows his face, all the people he buys his pot from will be tipped off, and then he won't be able to buy pot anymore.
No, I live it's legal where I live. I just buy it at the store. Yeah. And it's all in packages, and like it's crazy. I don't have to smoke it. I get these vape cartridges, and they got pictures of aliens printed on them. It's wild, man.
We're slowly getting it over here. We got oil and shit now, but you have to get it medically.
Yeah.
But Australia's getting there.
You know, you don't want to inhale something that's bad, so you don't want solvents and weird stuff or bug spray. Like what happens is they got basically when you grow weed, you can use different things to keep the bugs and different things off of it. Now, there's stuff that's safe to eat, like the stuff that they use on grapes. It's safe to eat, but when you smoke it, it turns into like the chemical changes into a different kind of chemical when you burn it, and it's not safe to inhale it. So things that are so a lot of people were using that to grow weed, so that's not good. You want it to be certified, at least hope that it's certified by somebody that it's not using something that's going to be toxic on you. And I don't know.
I hate using edibles though, and even the oil. Like I'll have it, and sometimes my liver takes like 8 hours to process it.
Yeah.
So like I might have it in the morning or lunchtime, and I'll get to bed, and then I'm like, hits me. I'm like, fuck, just like. I'm like, where'd this come from? What? Freaking out. I'm like, oh, that's right. 8 hours ago, I had something.
Basically, what I do is, if I'm going to do edibles, it's just a little bit on top of smoking. But if you go too far with edibles, it's always going to be that you're freaking out and you feel like sick. You're going to die. It's like, that's why people don't want to do edibles. And they made it the legal thing here now is you're not allowed to sell like, it's kind of different everywhere, but a lot of places like they don't sell you edibles that aren't broken up into 10 milligrams because they don't want you to think I should eat this whole cookie and it's got like 100 milligrams. But you know,
that's fair enough.
It's one of those things where if you're out there listening, it's different for everyone, and you know you gotta take it little by little for yourself. Really
goes by different states here for us. Like some states you can legally have 2 plants for personal use. Others, it's like you can't have anything, and then it's just everywhere.
You know, if you're young or you're somebody, you know, you don't want to get caught in a car with that kind of stuff. They can get you in major trouble and give you DUIs and make your life shitty. You don't want to get caught, so be careful.
If you get caught with it here in Australia your first time, it depends on the size. If you're caught with like a massive shipment, you're going to jail. But if you're caught with like a 50 of it.
They cut your wiener off.
They basically you go to court and they send you to like this course you got to watch like video and stuff.
Yeah.
Like rehab sort of thing.
Cool.
Yeah. So you've got to watch that about drugs and all that, and then slap on the wrist.
You're funding terrorism.
It's all about how much you get caught with here. So
yeah, gotta be careful and. You know, it's different everywhere, but
it's all right here in Australia. You could just keep going back and back and back to court before you end up in jail.
Oh yeah, like California, you don't really get in trouble for nothing anyway. People in California are doing like all kinds of terrible drugs and they'll get in trouble with. Another thing, one's had a green gummy roll while I was at work. Thinking it'd be nice supposed to give me the other day. Got me so lazy they couldn't stand up. Edibles can be dangerous. Yeah, exactly. You gotta be careful.
On New Year's Eve, I was working, and then I drove like through an RBT, like a police stop. And then the cop's like, oh, you had anything to drink tonight? I'm like, nah. He's like, oh, I bet you'll have a few when you get home. You know that Australian culture. I'm like, nah, I don't drink it. He's like, what?
What's wrong with you?
I was like, sorry, I don't drink. I used to, but not anymore.
What's wrong with you?
I don't miss it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't miss drinking.
I don't really drink, but I never really liked it. It's just weird. It makes me tired and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surly.
All the medication I'm on, I can't even have it anyway, so.
The Stormcloak message of the day is don't trust the Amico. The Amico is a tool for the Imperial scum.
You drink some of that meat.
Should have tried to get Tony on the stream. He was here earlier, but
he might be doing his. Last time I fucked up and he was doing his own stream while I was streaming. It might be going on. Some people might be streaming now. I don't know. I don't bother to check. That's the problem. Yeah, we were. By the way, DJC Reed, we were playing a little bit of your Smash TV Tommy Tallarico phone call from TMZ, 10 out of 10 video. We played just a few seconds of it, but we were thinking that was hilarious, man. Excellent work. Yes, excellent.
Yeah,
who left
the saggy voicemails? That was hilarious. It's like wanted some serious ones. They were all just like, the Amico. And I'm like, who left them?
I don't know.
I can't call in from Australia, fortunately. Maybe with WhatsApp, I think Ray was saying, but too much effort.
Into the Pat and Ian one.
They get this one guy that calls in and just does this. Calls in every week. He's like a regular now. He does some funny skits.
I gotta catch up on those. I haven't heard the Pat and Ian voicemails in a while. I gotta catch up on them, man. I never recalled it. Interesting, yeah. Man, Pat and Ian are not too far. I mean, they're in San Diego, but they come up where I'm at sometimes. So I missed my chance to see them when they were at the Sacramento convention like a month ago.
Yeah,
but it would have been a perfect time for Tommy to bring the Amico if it was real and he could have played it in front of them. But just that shit ain't ready.
That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
How you know who I miss? I wish would come back, but won't. Afro Gamer dude.
Yeah, it's like
it's really weird how that just all fell apart.
It was
what happened? What happened to him?
As far as I understand, so he got fully doxxed, but beyond that, I think, as far as I understand it, since he was so critical of people and their lifestyle and what they did and what they owned and stuff, somebody doxed him to understand that he didn't like own the house he lived in. Like it was basically a house his parents bought for him, allegedly. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade at Afro. Afro was awesome. I loved watching him. But that was what they pointed out. Now, maybe that's not even true. Maybe he did all his own stuff. But so like Afro was hypercritical of other YouTubers. It was very entertaining. But on the same hand, he exposed a lot of himself. And like he would be like, he owned tons of DVDs and movies of movies he had never watched and probably wouldn't watch. And he would just show them off. Or like, it's the thing where people have like their toys in boxes. Like, why do you have toys in boxes? You don't even like take them out, you know? You don't even
Man, some of his collection though, he had an insane collection. Like, that's why he probably hasn't come back. He freaked out like, shit, someone knows where I live and look at all the shit I got.
He would like shit on people though, and it would be like, yeah, you are very clean and organized, but you have other things going on too.
Yeah.
You talk a big game of like being a big boss and like taking care of your own life, but then if you live in a house your parents bought you, like maybe you should chill out on that. I don't know, but there's who knows, and I'm not trying to I'm not trying to throw shade at Afro. I think you should embrace.
I fully understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand. But
he's not Darius, and he's not this person or that person. He's Afro, and he should be proud to be Afro, and he should come back. Yeah, that's who I am. That's what I am, and I don't give a fuck. Like he should just be proud to be Afro. He doesn't. That happens a lot. That happens a lot with rock bands and punk bands. People don't want to be seen as like they were the rich kid or something. Like in DJ C's town was Kid Rock, and Kid Rock was very proud that his dad was like this rich guy that owned all these car dealerships, and he like showed it off, and it worked for him. So like, there's ways to angle that sort of thing where it's not a big deal.
Yeah, how you present yourself and stuff. Yeah, and like your attitude towards others.
Yeah,
I
mean, that's part of the reason I don't try to put too much of my own self into this. And as part of it, when people insult me as Tommy Uyamiko, I don't trip out and feel bad about it because I don't have to take it as personally. And that's part of why I shield myself, I guess. And also, I just don't want to rise my own attention out of it. So I just do it to the point. I just want people to see the points and stuff. And it's fun. Now it's fun having friends and talking about things because it's. I'm always thinking about Amico a lot. I get I'm obsessed with it, so it's nice to have people to talk about, and it gets it kind of out of my system.
Thankfully, I'll never have to worry about that because I'll never be famous.
You're already famous, Carl. You're super famous. Everyone knows Carl.
This isn't fame. This isn't fame, not my opinion.
I know people in the rock and roll world that were less known than you, and they just lived off it. That was their life. DJC's got the vape out. That's what I got going on. I got the
Called-
THC vape over here.
It's called
Cool.
underground. Being the underground. You're not famous, but you're underground
Yeah,
famous.
you're like an underground hero. Like, here's the thing, Carl, you got to understand. There might be some kid who's like 15 or 16 years old and they watch Carl every day and you're like a big influence and they might be the next PewDiePie and someone will be like, well, where'd you get your comedic style? And like, I used to watch this guy named Carl and he kind of did what I'm doing, but I refined it a little bit and I made it slightly different and I mixed it with my own thing. And I'm basically doing my Carl impression. That's why everyone loves me. That's what happens in rock and roll music.
Blow us some rings, DJC.
I mean, you gotta get your tire so you can steal cars. He looks like a car thief.
Nice effort.
I used to live by a guy, Carl. I live by a guy, and he'd be like, "You want to buy this car?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't think so," because he was just a shady guy. And I sat in the car. He's like, "Come on." He's like, "You just got to start it with a screwdriver because this part broke right here. Don't worry about it." You gotta start it with. He's like, "I don't got the papers right now." You fucking get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit!
Fucking started with a screwdriver, Carl. The guy's name was DJC. No, I'm just joking. And Nick Richards had to respond. So I don't know to what degree it gets scrubbed, but the Start Engine comments are out of control. The Start Engine comments are like the penultimate final boss level comments, and like Nick Richards has to answer them. And I don't know how they get scrubbed, but DJC has been accused of like some illegal shit on there, and Nick had to acknowledge it. It's just out of control, man.
What's the time over there for you guys? It'd be like 3 a.m, wouldn't it?
No, for me
it's like 2:25 over here.
Whoa, you're up late.
I am.
It's wild, man. Yeah, we probably won't go too much longer. Just chilling out, but.
Yeah, I'll have to go to work shortly.
Yeah. It's nice to have a nice chill stream to just show people we're not completely insane. Just borderline insane. Just Amico obsessed. And...
Just twisted, crazy, and obsessed. Nothing wrong with that.
And we're not gloating too hard, even though we were right about everything. It's like, didn't I have a conversation with Cyrus where like I told him...
Didn't I have this conversation with a generational gamer and I told him, it looks like an Android box.
Well, I said like, no, like Tommy gives you guys talking points. Tommy like walks you through like what to say like before you guys like make videos and tells you when to make videos. And now it's coming out like, yeah, Saggy said it and Smash 18 said it. Tommy told me to do this. Tommy told me to leave these comments. And Kari Creep saying they asked me to block people. They asked me to, do different things. And it's intense, man.
That's what gets me the most with this fucking thing is that these silly bastards, they deceived everyone. The whole thing is deception. Going behind, we got to have a crisis meeting quick. These YouTubers, and they got to get the other YouTubers in it. What the Amico should have done is just dump these fucking skid marks of society and just fucking be in a business.
Like
that's what destroyed it.
Yeah. It's just it shows how fucked up the business was and like how shitty situation they were in. Because like like I said earlier, who rides on somebody named Saggy Melons to like help them like get the girl gamers or like to help them get families or like whatever they perceive she's going to help with, like, and she openly says, "I'm not very interested in these games. I'm here for the drama." It's like, yeah, let's do a commercial. Like, what?
With her attitude and how she is, I wouldn't hire her to scrub my toilet.
That's what I'm saying. It's like to have somebody. I know they're not technically official reps, but if you're walking them through 2 hours of like background on like things that are coming out, that's pretty official. It's like more than what Nintendo does for their ambassadors. So you picked Saggy Melons, so it shows how desperate you were because her name is Saggy Melons, and she says she doesn't like video games that much. Like. But because she's so fucking fiercely loyal, that's what you'll go with, right? Like that's what you'll pick because she's so fucking fiercely loyal. She's willing to cuss out anybody behind the scenes, in front of the scenes.
These days, right? These days, no one is that loyal to someone they've known for a year. There's got to be something else to it. You know, these ones that are hanging into the last minute, what are you getting? This day and age, loyalty is not really worth shit. You know what I mean? They've got to be getting something out of it. Like,
I mean, I still don't know why Retro Bro canned me. Still don't know why that happened.
See,
especially when I wasn't really.
All right. So to me, it's like a views thing. You got cool people like the guy below me, DJC, aka Dean, who's got like a lot of subs. Dean's got a lot of subs, but he hangs out with me and on our channel just goofs around because it's fun for him. But you got other people, in my opinion, like Saggy and JT. They look at somebody with a lot of subs, and that's what it's all about. And they just go around, and if somebody else is streaming that's got more subs, they'll go to that guy. And if they can get accepted by somebody else, they'll just keep stepping stone. And Tommy's the biggest stepping stone they've met in the gaming thing, and he's going to convince them that he's the ultimate gamer. He's got all the world records.
But what Tommy actually has done for him is tied a noose around the ankle and thrown him off a cliff.
Yeah, I mean, he's fucking it up. And he doesn't
be my friend.
YouTube. I mean, he doesn't give a shit about YouTube. He doesn't give a fuck about, or these people as friends are really that much of it. I mean, he cares about his company, and they're going to help it.
He's Italian, and I am too, so I know exactly what he's like.
No, he's American-Canadian.
Right, his mom's Canadian.
Probably hasn't got a drop in him, but yeah, true.
Dallarico.
To me, Mario. It's to me, Tommy.
That's how he sounded in Dean's video. He sounded like...
I'll do some voice recorders for you.
Why is it...
Hey, Smash JT, I'm giving you money back, eh?
But the worst part is about that thing, Retro Bro just lied to me about it, to just tell me he didn't want me around. I've been probably... And even worse, he tried to control what I posted on other people's channels. So, like Tommy Amico, he'll tell you.
If you could jump in.
What?
Like Tommy Amico.
Obsessive compulsive. What's the jump in?
Oh, yeah, OCD Gamer. Anyone else that wants to jump in the stream, we'll kind of hang out for a few more minutes for sure.
Hang out with DJC. Get in, learn some
Dean JC.
Ready?
So
I used to have a song where I said, when I first started, I took it off a long time ago. I had a song where I said, DJC is pretty cool to me. He's a million times better than Smash JT. I would definitely change that around now. I would definitely say that now Smash TV is the cool one and DJC has gone just completely bonkers. Yeah. That's called duck hands. No, it's not.
Dean JC is supposed to be twiddling your fingers. Twiddling your thumbs.
Intellivision pickups.
Good. Again, if anybody hasn't watched the DVD fever, just about how fucked up these people can ruin people's day by fucking them into investments. It's a terrible thing. But
I've only ever supported one Kickstarter in my life and backed him. That was just Shenmue 3. A lot of people don't like the game. I love it because Shenmue is my favorite thing, hence the name.
Yeah.
Yo, there's my cohort.
I never played it, but yeah, I heard it was more of the same.
I love it.
There's my cohort.
It's hard to get into this day and age.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Not much.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, it's just, I just wanted to jump on to say, like, for anybody paying attention right now, the comment section over on Start Engine is absolutely, like, horrid, man. I don't...
As I said, it's like the final level. It's the boss level of all these
Guess what I'm reading tonight? At work. Yep, that's comments to read.
It's like real names and Nick has to answer. It's like the ultimate... This is the Bowser battle at the end of the game. Like it's
like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like there's definitely like three sides, right? You definitely have your trolls. You definitely have people that like don't know what the hell's going on, and then it definitely looks like they got like You know, I'm not gonna say for sure because obviously I don't know, but it seems like they have people that might be, you know, either like investors trying to save the company, or maybe friends of people within the company, like posting on there. It's the weirdest thing ever.
We can confirm that Smash JT said, at least he said, that Tommy told him to post on there. So
right, and he, you know, he's really in some hot water. For anybody who watched the apology video that was, you know, directly geared towards the Geek Getaway and Tony himself, he admitted that he was trying to prop this thing up, and he obviously didn't disclose that he was an investor in that comment. I truly think now, with everything that's going on, that there's going to be something that's, you know, some people are going to be getting in trouble over, you know, some of these comments.
Let them burn, baby. Let them burn.
I think
that's all I got to say.
DJC really should be worried over there, because it's not looking too good for him either. You know, I don't know where the you know, the legal standpoint is with all this, but
you're definitely,
as far as,
let's say at least we can confirm that they're definitely tiptoeing around legality. There was also a point when Retro Bro tweeted something along the lines of, "I took it upon myself to," and then he said something, and it's just like, okay, that's a very legal way to say something. But
hey, we have Dean JC here. Let's ask him. What do you think about all this?
What are you talking about? That's
and it's really, when you look at it like from like Chuck's standpoint, and this is where I don't know where, like, you know, what's legal and what's not legal, but the fact that, you know, you make all these videos and it should be disclosed, and I'm pretty sure it has to be disclosed in almost every video, right? Because, you know, somebody might watch one video and they might not watch all of your videos. And the fact that you're being deceptive and not really telling your viewers. I mean, this is the thing with Smash. I mean, a lot of people got on, you know, his case. They were on Jeff's case for the longest time because he didn't disclose that he invested money. And then, you know, every once in a while, every you know, other video, he would, you know, make it known that he invested, but that's something that should be disclosed at the beginning of the video every time.
And also, let me just say, also, if Tommy really did tell these guys to make the comments, then he should have been smart enough to say, you should also put, "I am a huge Amico enthusiast and investor" at the beginning of it. Like,
well, right. Well, they don't
known. Like, I didn't comment on there because I made the album and everything, and that's not what I'm into. I didn't comment on there. But if I were to comment on there, I would have said, "I'm a well-known Amico critic and have a comedy based on this stuff." But I don't know.
Well, it's like he did go back after he was outed. He went back and said, "Well, yeah, I am an investor." Well, it's too late, right? And somebody commented, "The internet doesn't forget." So you guys are already caught lying, and Nick Richards was caught lying. I mean, he was obviously, you know, he's doing damage control within Start Engine's comment section, but can't seem to, you know, tell the people who are seriously, like, interested in investing, you know, he can't answer their questions, but he's doing damage control with all these, you know, trolls. They keep lending themselves too well to the people that are getting under their skin instead of just ignoring them. And this is stuff that Tommy's been doing for over 2 years.
Yeah. It's all coming to a head too. And that's, like I said, that comment section is just,
they're disgusting humans, man.
I mean, it really speaks volumes to what's going on. I mean, clearly you have Nick Richards, you know, like I said, commenting on everything but the actual, you know, focusing, and then making excuses like, look, he had a post and kind of answered a little bit. Like, there was like a 12 question, or what Nick said was 23 questions, because it really was. There were questions within questions that the guy asked, what was about a week ago now. He answered maybe the first question and then said he'd get back to him. You know, that was like 4 or 5 days ago. But meanwhile, you're commenting on these other people, kind of saying, like, and this is what we kind of called like a year ago, 2 years ago, that they were going to blame this all on us. And it kind of looks that way, right? I mean, that's what Nick's doing right now. He's blaming pretty much all the quote unquote haters for all this backlash.
Well, I mean, that's all he has for him that's in front of him in those comments, because of course, if you are the one random person who's got, this in front. Here's the thing: people. It's kind of like what I would say is the people with the most money that it could be dropped.
I gotta go, folks. See you later.
Oh, it's nice to see you, Carl. We love having
later, Carl.
See you, Carl.
What I was trying to say is the people who are likely to spend the most money on this probably have no idea what it is.
Right.
So it is fair for him to be like, yeah, there's a lot of crazy Joker people. Like, there's people who make crazy songs about how they hate us. There's people who call people molesters. There's people who do weird shit. So, yeah, like, there's that grain of truth in everything Intellivision does. There's like a little grain of truth.
Tony.
With it. He's
Tony's
just
in.
Tony.
Right.
Tony,
yeah,
hey, man.
it's just honestly,
come on.
Honestly, there is not a pro Amico YouTuber you can trust. They're paid off, in my opinion. Every single one of them got promotion money from the investment money, guaranteed. Having crisis meetings with the YouTubers behind the scenes, curtains up, deceiving the public, deceiving families into buying this hunk of shit. They deserve what they get. Let them burn. Like, I don't care. They got hit by a bus, I would not give a fuck, to be honest, because what they've done.
I said, I hear what you mean, but again, I think it could, in my opinion, I think you could be right, but I also think it could just be the extremist management. It's that extremist management. Like, why would you pay somebody named Saggy Melons? That's crazy. Like, why would you pay somebody that's going to make?
That's what I mean. I don't get what the motivation is and
why. Like in the middle of all this heat, when they should be standing up for the Miko, she makes streams that just says "Fight me!" ! And then people like. You guys went on there and clowned on her and shit. Like it was talking to.
She's got little person syndrome and she just yaps all the time, wasting good oxygen with people with higher IQs that are in universities that could use it more.
Well, that's why she definitely got into this to she's seen someone being attacked and she wanted to be kind of that, that voice.
That's how I got it. That's literally how I got it. I saw a lot of guys getting attacked, a lot of people getting attacked just for raising questions, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, you have a right to know this shit. You have a right to find out about Neil Patel and all this other shit. Like, you shouldn't be called names and basement dweller and all this shit. You shouldn't be called So you never even had sex because you care about the Amico, or you shouldn't be told. The popular thing going around now is it's just a video game console. It's just a video game console. I'm like, no. Watch DVD Fever's latest video. He'll tell you when you get scammed out of money, that makes people feel like shit. It can ruin their life for years when they get scammed out of their money, and that's what happens to vulnerable people. Go ahead, Gary.
Right, and it's actually it's not just a lot of people are making that excuse. This is my hobby. This is like Pat and Ian's hobby, right? Video games they're not just video games to us. This is stuff that we collect, and I've been playing video games since I was 4.
Yeah,
so this is big to me.
Your heart beats for it. It's the way I feel about punk rock, and I get that for video games too. I know a lot of people can see that with music and things, other hobbies or other things. Now that's how they hook people. That's how they get people in with nostalgia because they care about it. But we should be watchdog over this shit because we shouldn't let people come in and lie to our community because we know more about it. When they tell you that couch co-op is over, you should be like, "No, Wii Sports is coming out. You're crazy. Couch co-op ain't over."
Right.
Fucking Switch is like the best fucking couch console I've ever played.
Yeah, they're gonna drop.
And you get 2 controllers with it.
Yeah, and they're gonna drop Wii Sports, and it might be the best thing, popular thing ever. It might be a flop. You never know, but
right. And we talked about on the stream Saturday. We talked about the Nintendo Direct, and for Christ's sake, I mean, we got the Mario Strikers coming out, 8 players. How much more couch co-op can you get than that?
Even going back to the early Amico little talks and his convincing people, he used to say shit like, "Oh, no one's worked on 2D games since the beginning of PlayStation." I'm like, Tommy, there was a Game Boy Advance, there was a fucking DS. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, people have been making tons of
the indie companies.
Yeah, there's been a shitload of 2D games. Like GBA was all 2D games. Like, you're fucking crazy. Like, people didn't stop making them. Like, they just got better at it. You're whack.
Right. They perfected
it. He needs to go back to that.
He
needs to go back to that Californian fucking mental institution or something. Escape from there.
Like, guys, like way forward, and these people, those were other people. People were working all along the way. Indie and not
Right.
indie. Nintendo was making 2D Mario games on the fucking handhelds. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
And obviously, you know that
no one's worked on it since the early '90s, but we're gonna do it because we have the expertise. Like, what the fuck? Like, we should be able to protect our fandom that way. It's predatory because the people are going, no, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, that's predatory, you know.
Right. And I feel like this was just, this is where I have a hard time kind of defining whether this was a scam or not, because going back to like the early videos from, Tommy and just everything that they said were, they knew, they had to know better, right? They knew that that modern games, 2D modern games were still out there. It's weird. And I think it's always been weird. And we always had that, inkling in the back of our minds that something's not right with this company.
My personal opinion, I think Tallarico can compartmentalize shit mentally enough that he can convince himself that GBA is not a real system, or it doesn't matter, or that Amico games are just like mobile games. And I think he can convince himself, like, yeah, Amico games are mobile games, so we're going to sell as many as mobile games sold. Like, I think he can do that to himself. And in my opinion, it looks like Phil Adam is the guy who's like, oh, cool, I found a better Mike Kennedy. Like, I can wind this guy up even harder, and like, I can just this is going to be great. Like, and this guy and then he's got Alvarado who knows how to turn a phone into a video game. This is going to be fucking great. Like, we can do this. Like, this is going to be. That's what it looks like.
It's like they haven't seen modern technology in 20 years, and they just come out like.
Right, but here's what's so mind blowing is that when people were telling you this along the way, and you kind of fought back at them, it just boggles my mind that they didn't listen at all, and they just kind of like, well, we know better. And then just proceeded to do the same thing. And then, in fact, actually did worse. I mean, when it first started out, it sounded like a great little idea because, here I am thinking like, okay, people were really only zeroed in on that controller initially. They thought it was going to be the worst thing ever. I didn't really think the controller was the biggest issue. For me, it's always been, will this company be around for much longer than a year? And will they offer good enough retro titles and bring some of these things back?
That's why That's exactly why I went with the like Ouya Miko, because I thought they would go Ouya, where they would get it out with like 100,000 sales and it just wouldn't go anywhere because like the reasons you just said.
Right.
But it's turning out to point, chameleon. Yeah, it's just a chameleon now.
At this point, the Intellivision name is a cursed name. Like,
right. It's like
what's it, 2 attempts to revive it? It's just leave it now.
It's dead.
It's in the past.
Yeah, it's done. Right, it's done.
Yeah. There's other companies that use it. There's an AI security company that's just like Intellivision, but the capital V. It's spelled exactly the same way though. Like it's not even that good of a protected like trademark, or it's not even like what people search every television company in California. You got to go through all those first, and there's other things. It's it's that unremembered.
Right. And the worst thing to me when this is all said and done, and I posed this question on Twitter, and I couldn't tag you guys in it or anything like that, but I tagged quite a few people, was why when and this goes back to the Start Engine comments with Nick Richards, and why were you using small YouTubers to consult with to fight
for your company?
what was gonna come out in the SEC file? Like what good could DJC have done? What could he have told you that you could have used to prevent people's criticisms of what was about to come? I don't get that, and for me, that's where it feels like a scam. It feels like they're kind of just lying at this point, because clearly these people were used for more. I don't know. I can't say for a fact because I don't know any of these people personally.
In my not to cut you off, in my opinion, just before you finish, in my opinion, it's so that you don't get a spillover. It's to stop more Smash JTs from coming. Like you said, like it sounds, to my opinion, it is nefarious as a scam. It's they're doing it just so they don't have DJC make a fucking video about how these guys are assholes and blah blah blah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like damage control, like that's why people say it's like a cult or like Scientology, because you have to like try to protect people just from making quote unquote slander or whatever about you, stating things negative about you or how they were treated by you. It's at that point now, right? I feel bad for them, but then I don't,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm 50-50 on it.
I've tried being friendly and stuff, and now I'm just war mode. I do not care. Like I said, the bus could go bonk bonk, and I would not care at the moment. I do not give a fuck about the Amico side. They've deceived families. They've deceived their viewers. They're doing stuff behind closed door with crisis meetings and God knows what else. So
they cut up the thing that the new one is Tipster is going through the same thing as Re-Res, where Tipster says that his video was cut up and they cut a sentence that's a long sentence and they just cut out a small part of a long sentence that says the company's great.
Well, here's the problem I have with these guys. And, I've been kind of going back and forth with 8-Bit Eric. Where the fuck have you been? Excuse my language. Where the hell have you been for the last 2 years? Like you're just now finding out about this?
Darius will tell you all about him. He's just there to get the clicks.
All right. In my opinion on that.
Grease-bit Eric.
So my opinion on that is that this is going to sound crazy, but in order to really, really know this thing is bullshit, you got to do a little bit of work. You got to watch at least 5-6 hours of content to really figure this shit out and that it is a fucked up scam. Because on the surface, there's a lot of truth. There's always a lot of seeds of truth. He did work on all those games. Like Tallarico, it doesn't make sense that Tallarico is doing this. It doesn't make sense that the other guy's doing it. I can't remember his name, but the other guy was a big game designer and some of the people involved, it doesn't make sense for them to do a scam, and you can get your $100 back, and blah blah blah. There's all these reasons why it's okay, and investors should know better. But if it takes another level of person to go who's Neil Patel? I need to look at who Neil Patel is.
Right. Yeah.
I try to stick that stuff in the songs to try to reach more people, but it does take extra digging. That's why I've always said Saggy didn't know who Neil Patel. Saggy will tell me, I love your songs, Amico. I love music, and I say something about Neil Patel. He's like, I don't know who Neil Patel is. I'm like, well, you should have looked into it. That was the point of the song.
Right.
And pictures of him up, and that's why I did all that stuff, because I wanted you to look into how other people allegedly felt that this guy ripped off $8 million before Amico, and now there's $10 million missing on Amico. So you should look at some of this shit, and then he drove people with hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands of dollars to invest in the thing, and then Tommy drove people to make videos. The whole YouTube thing, in my opinion, was so that they could, because they had no budget for real good commercials or any real good marketing. So the whole thing was Tommy was I'll just get a bunch of YouTubers to make viral videos and it'll just cut them up and it'll be great. And I'm not saying that Tommy was there when they cut the videos up, but whoever they got to cut the videos up was real nefarious and cut people in ways that they shouldn't have been cut. And now it's biting them in the ass. But it's not biting them in the ass for people that don't watch YouTube. If you don't watch YouTube, you don't know that Re-Res got fucking mixed up in bullshit. They don't write about that in People Magazine. They don't write about that in, Wall Street Journal. So if you don't know shit about Re-Res, you don't know shit about Tipster, you don't know shit about Saggy Melons, it all looks normal. It all looks
Gentlemen, gentlemen, I am going to go. I got to go to work.
I'm going to go too.
It's 6 o'clock at night here, so time to head off.
Shit.
Right on. I was going to go.
And it is hot. It's hot. It's nearly 40 degrees here. It's fucking. So
we've been going for 3 hours strong. I was going to go soon too, but Gary or Dean, anyone else, anything to say? It's all good.
Keep it going.
Yeah. I was just wondering, can you sing "Finnegan Fucked" live?
Finnegan Fucked. Oh, that's the hard one to play on the guitar.
All right, gentlemen. I'll talk to you later.
Can we get an unplugged version of Finnegan Fuck?
That was one. It took a few takes to get the guitar right, and then if you listen to the song, I just stopped playing one of the guitars abruptly in the middle of the song, and I just started playing it because that wasn't a design choice. I just started not playing it right, but. Yeah. You getting Finnegan fucked? There you go. That one.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
That was that might be the one song where I was like actually angry, and I think that's why it's probably good because I was kind of
actually angry.
What happened was that was right after all the retro bro shit. And he was like, "Oh, Tommy Amico's personally attacking me and writing personally."
Oh, when he did the whole exposure of his partner in crime.
Well, yeah, it's like other people did that, and I was just saying, like, my song said I heard about it because like other people said it. So really, again, to explain the whole thing again, but like, I made a song about it was basically a song about how Phil Adams should have be like picking better people than Retro Bro and Saggy Melons and shit. Phil Adams should have like better people if he's gonna be picking shills, and so he got all on my case, and then I was like, I'm just gonna make a song that's at these guys, but will get the attention on the song and just off of me and everything else. So I was just like, yeah, they're like Finnegan fucked. They're getting Finnegan fucked. So that was the song. So I was like, yeah, this is a song like directly to you fans. Like you're getting fucked.
How many takes does it take you to get the words right?
All the vocals, that's like one take.
One take? So you just like one take, Jake, with the whole...
That one, I'm not even using the mic.
If you stumble on the lyric, everybody stumbles a little bit.
No, I've been doing it too long. Like, you know what it is, too? I'm using... it's funny because I'm using the mic that's built into the mic I'm using right now, the one that's built into the MacBook. I'm just singing into that on that. Some of the songs I used a real mic. Like some of the cleaner songs, like the Tony TGD.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, like the Tony TGD theme and stuff. I use like a not a good mic, but a regular mic, not an expensive one, but that I just use the onboard mic. I think I did it like one take. And I got to do it quick because like I just do everything really fast. I don't spend too much time on it. So.
And how long did it take for you to write though?
Huh?
I said, how long did it take for you to write?
Oh, I just wrote it as I recorded it. Like I just, like that one, that one I was like, I just had an idea. I was like, I guess it was ruminating in my head because like I had that, someone said Finnegan fucked in a comment and it was just like in my head for a little bit. And then I was like, oh, I'll just do like, I was thinking of like the guitar part. I was thinking of like kind of like the Offspring maybe, or like Butthole Surfers and just kind of like doing this like little kind of metal punk thing. And then it's I don't know, it all just comes together. It just kind of comes together and it just comes out because it's simple. It's just that one part over and over again, and then just singing it. I could have made more, but I was just like, that one, I'll just get it done and quick because I wanted it done because of the whole drama that was going on. So just one part, and then the lyrics, I just think I just thought of them in my head. I think it's like I recorded the first part, and then I stopped for maybe 5 minutes, and then recorded the second part of the.
So you're not one of those guys that goes on the highway and stuff, and shit just comes to your head, and you got to record it right there.
One time I had to do that. I had to do that for the like the DJC, like the rap song, the Welcome to the Clown Show, because it's got like so many lyrics. It's got like this rap. It's like a rap track, and so like there's so many lyrics, and I wanted the lyrics to be good. So I kind of sat on that one for a couple of days and like thought about it. Because I wanted, because I'd never really done the rap stuff. So it's like, I think maybe a couple of them took a little bit more than that. Yeah, some of them that have more lyrics, like maybe the one with Rhea and Dazed. It's like so that kind of I didn't know. I knew I wanted to write a song about Dazed, but then it just kind of slowly evolved. Some of those things. So they're all different, I guess. Yeah. You can get DJ C to do some freestyle. He's not DJ C, we're just Dean now.
Yeah, man, you should have got at me when I was DJ C, guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how DJ C could be DJ C in this time doing all that. What the hell, guy? He has to be on some good liquor or something. I mean, like, who does this shit? Like,
he that's why it's so funny in his crazy comedy videos. Sometimes his eyes seem hella red too. Like his eyes are just like he's kind of blazed. I think he's hitting the vape. Maybe, I don't know. He might be.
It's funny and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it is. For the longest time, for a few months, I couldn't tell when I first started watching his content whether he was being serious or if it was part of his, his shtick or what it was. But he's definitely a character.
One of his recent comments was some total stranger. I don't know if it was just a troll, but the comment on he scrubs all his comments, so I'm sure it went away. But the comment was just like, "I thought this was a parody. Like, I thought this was a parody of an Amico fan. Like, it was just him talking about, let's watch some old video of here's
a parody of an Amico fan.
Yeah, like he thought he was. I don't know. People think that with Francois too, but it's not the case.
I never watched Francois, so I wouldn't know.
Oh wow, yeah.
What is Francois known for?
Wow, so Francois is probably the most biggest Amico fan. Francois says things like,
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So is this the guy that Darius does with the whole the tic tac toe?
No, well, kind of. That's sort of like Hans Ippich, what Darius does. That's
okay.
Victor von Heisenfrusen. That's like a German game developer. But
yeah.
Francois is a guy who is like he travels around the world, and he shows himself traveling around the world, and he's I guess he's French Canadian. I don't remember what he is.
So he's already douchey. Keep going.
Okay. And he's like a sort of a handsome guy. Yeah, he's like an 8 or a 9, and he has women. Yeah, okay. Well, he had a woman to do a prostitute, but that's beside the point. The main thing you should know about him is that he constantly spouts things like Amico is going to save the world, Amico is going to change the world, it's going to make friends and family back together.
And he sang the the Backstreet, was it Backstreet Boys or was it NSYNC?
What about them?
He sang the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, he sang like a Backstreet Boys song to like in
changing the words up a bit.
I want it that way. Like you said, I want my Amico.
Yeah,
and he sang
what's his channel called? Is it Francois?
Tremblay. Francois Tremblay.
Tremblay.
I don't know how to share screen, but holy shit! Like DJC's nothing. Like here's the thing about Francois, and I'm sorry, I would never assume he would be this far or be peeping in, but Francois is either, in my opinion, and I don't mean this to hurt his feelings, Francois is either a troll and it's like a goof, right? Or Francois has like some mental thing going on. But he seems like an accomplished man who's like world traveling and working in some sort of good thing, and he's got like ladies around him and stuff, but he may be some kind of mental hang up or something weird going on, because like he literally treats it like it's a religion, or it's like literally saving the world.
I think I see this guy now.
He plays guitar, and he did the first Amico Punk songs before I did. He did like pro.
Whoa, he is still talking about Amico.
Yeah.
It was definitely weird when he had his lady friend over, and that came off really weird.
Amico together. What's your Amico story? Oh, no.
By far the weirdest fucking one. Like of all.
Hold on.
Yeah, you got to check that video out. That is like super cringe.
It's just he's very soft spoken. You got to.
Is this guy ginger?
Kinda. He's like a blonde kind of ginger. Like
yeah.
He's got
Man, this one girl is down to fuck, and he's just like talking like.
Yeah. People have accused him of pulling in like hookers and prostitutes and shit.
Oh man, this guy Francois fucked all the way up. Oh gosh. Look what the Amico does to people.
I mean, if you've never seen Francois and you want to, and anyone's out there who's never seen Francois and they really want to have laughs, some Amico laughs, that guy, man, he may be.
Why doesn't Darius or you like cover this guy at all?
Yeah, I have. I showed him when he was he's talking about the Amico Pope, and it was like Christmas time, and he was wearing a shirt on his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah,
I gotta go back for that one. He talks about the Amico too much.
He might have jumped out of it for long periods of time, but he would come back. And
no, it's like I'm 2 years back, and he's talking about Astro Smash.
Yeah, like he's like a legend. Just and every time he comes back, it's to me that's like landmark. Like that's like like I have to stop and watch. Like there's like everything stopped.
7 days ago was his last one. I might have to subscribe to this guy. I don't know.
Yeah, like I hope that he's remembered as like the Charlie Chaplin of the Amico world. Like he's just like in a lot of ways the center of all of it.
I've only seen one Charlie Chaplin film, and that's when they took the ferry. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a director too, and then he made like his own movie studio. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a real talk, though. I mean, how many Amico, like pro Amico super fans, do you really see like chopping some people up in their basement? Like this is the kind of crowd that attract the Amico is attractive.
Like Darius was making jokes on people for a long time, but when Darius started making jokes on people in the Amico community, that's why it took off, because the Amico community is filled with people where it's like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Definitely some characters, definitely some oddballs out there.
Yeah. Although we're seeing people slink away. The move is what you want to do is the Turbo Joe move, where you just slink away and be like, I don't even care. But like he did try to pull.
But you know what Turbo Joe is slicking away for?
Yeah,
he knows it's going down.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, so the Atari Creep did this too. I don't know if you guys seen Atari Creep's last video. He he acknowledged that someone within the company, I guess, helped his family out. I'm not exactly sure what he's talking about, but he definitely went there too. You know, after all the fights he got into with people, he's finally said, like, look, I don't give a fuck if it doesn't come out. This is not, this ain't a big deal to me. No, it was a big deal to you. This is why you've gotten into many, scraps with different YouTubers, because that you thought
this is what Atari Creep is saying.
Yeah, he came out. Yeah,
I left him a comment where I was just like, I'm glad they helped you with your family charity. I think I said I gotten the same thing out of this that you got, like some mild internet friends, and that's pretty good. I'm glad they helped your family's charity. He didn't confirm it, but he just hearted my comment. But I think he just hearts everyone's comment.
I'm just saying they need to start, fundraising for Atari Creep's teeth.
Oh no,
it's been bad for a while.
I know he's got some money problems. He's in serious debt.
I know. That's why we need a fundraise in television. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, if anything,
our Joe version.
I told you, Darius.
I told you, Darius. You fucking fuck.
God. Oh Lord. Well, any last words? I think we're gonna pilot out soon. It's been a great night for everyone.
No, there'll be more tomorrow, boys. I don't know how long we're gonna be on tomorrow, but
I'll be.
We'll definitely be. I don't know if we're gonna do too much Amico talk. I think we want to let it die a little bit. Not pile on, because it's been pretty.
Not a lot to say. Yeah, this has all been so speculation heavy, because there's not a lot of confirmed shit to say at this point.
Right.
I think there's going to be a lot more videos about the Intellivision and probably the next 4 days, just because of RGT doing one, 8-bit.
Yeah, Eric,
come back doing one.
I mean, they're piling on right now, and I think we got probably a week and a half, and they're going to announce that this thing is dead in the water. It's over.
Yeah,
that's a good prediction.
Always next week, 25th. Why would you announce it on 28th? That's Monday.
I think it's going to be the end of the month. I think they wanted to wait. From everything that they said, saying that there was going to be some information. I think they were, they claimed something else, but I think they were obviously always holding out to see what kind of funds they were going to raise on Start Engine. I mean, that would be my best guess. I mean, if that's not going anywhere, you're still stuck under 60,000 with, it's already like 10 or almost 2 weeks in. It doesn't look good. And from what the SEC filing said, everything that we read through, I don't think they can move forward with anything. And I think they have to be pretty clear about moving forward. So I think that is going to be the news by the end of the month.
Yeah. They're getting Finnegan fucked.
What would your song be, Tommy, when it all goes under?
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, investors. Don't feel bad. You're not stupid. It happens to people all the time. Something along those lines. Like, if you were an investor in this, you're not a bad person. You're the victim. Like, you're a victim. You didn't do anything wrong. Don't feel bad about yourself just because you lost all your money. You can pick up from where you started and be a new day.
Is this going to be your Bohemian Rhapsody?
Something like that, yeah, something like that. Italian, very Italian style song, like a meatball kind of, like an accordion kind of meatball song right there. So we'll leave it at that, guys. It's been a great night, guys. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right, on, guys. Awesome. Nice to have you. Thanks again. Peace.
Alrighty.
Have a good
Later.
night. Later.